All right, holy shit. I think I finally got this working. Spooky. Oh, I forgot one thing. I'm so dumb. Dude, every time I think I have something, good thing I haven't swapped over to the other screen. You guys are just hearing me. I just need... Hold on. Come on. There we go. I need this, and I need a window. I need... Whoa. Wait, it's not any of these. But I have another window that I needed to give me. Oh no. Guys, nothing's broken, nothing's wrong. I've never had anything wrong in my life. Oh, fuck. That's fine though. This is fine. Everything is a-okay. Where are my settings? Don't jump out the window. I won't do it. I won't do it. Don't you worry. I can't even see through the windows at this moment. I've got everything set up just so I can... Whoop. Oh no. The lag's beginning. That's fine. This is fine. Oh no. Okay, where is my window? This one. Okay. I should have my window here, which means that if I do this, if I do this, the window should be... Oh, come on! Fine. I will do it this way, and I will just have it here, I suppose. Okay. Which means I need... Yes. No. And then can I just... Can I pin it? Please? Oh my gosh. Hey guys, I'm so smart. Hold on. Where is... My background music isn't playing. Wait, what? Hold on. I just realized my background music's not playing. That's not right. Where is my music? Where's my cursor? Okay. There we go. There's my music. That's step one of many. Awesome. Let's see. Okay. My stream thing is correct. You know what? That might be the best I can get at this point. So let's just swap on over to game. Okay. You can see... Wait, my fingers. Did my tracking just turn off? Are you serious? I'm fine. I'm fine, guys. It's all chill. Everything is working 100% and nothing's wrong. Oh, I'm 3D, guys. My hands. Oh, the anger I feel. It's unreasonable how angry I am in this moment. I run into so many technical difficulties and so much scuff that it's actually unreal, and sometimes I have to be a little amazed with myself. The future is here. Wait, my hands are tracking all of a sudden. Okay. Hands are tracking now. So I don't know what the problem was. I made sure to turn off like the stuff that makes me move because I don't want to. I need to be right here so that I can walk all the way up to the presentation and gesture to things and smack the shit out of my hand on a metal bar that was right there. It's cool. It's cool. All right. Okay. Now that I've got everyone's attention because I made many mistakes already, let me just stand over here. Ow. Okay. This chair is going somewhere else. Chair is now off screen. That chair has been banished. It is in deep trouble. All right. So we're starting today. Agni turned 3D. I did! Technically, I started 3D. I made my 3D model before I even got my live 2D model. Before I even had like the full illustration. I worked on this. Hi! So, today we're talking about Toilet Bound Hanako-Kun, which was my first favorite anime. Like, usually, before I had found Hanako-Kun, I was like, it's hard to choose a favorite. Maybe Sailor Moon. And then I found Toilet Bound Hanako-Kun, and the art style is so good that I was just like, mwah, it's amazing. And it made me cry. They did a really good job. And I will say, I'm so sad I didn't get to add, like, more. Come on. I didn't get to add more slides for season 2, but that just means you guys have to go watch season 2 yourselves. Banished to the Shadow Realm. Ooh. Okay, I will say this is going to be really scuffed because I haven't gotten to test out my presentation methods in VR with this one yet, so I do have to sit through and wait while it ticks through each of the points of the story, because this was the first one I ever made. This was the first presentation I did where I was like, I'm going to tell people about anime, because this is the one that really got my vibe. Anyway, so this click. Come on. Here we go. Stop. Okay. So, we have to go through all of the characters. There's so many characters, and I do have opinions on all of them now. Now that I've gone through as far as the manga goes, I do have opinions on everyone. And so, like, this is a little different than it was before. But we'll start at the very tippy top with I love you with my whole heart. And of course, we've got our main character, Nene. She goes through a lot. It's crazy. It is. Why does it say Toilet Bound? Because that's the name of the manga. And Hanako, the second boy on the list, he is bound to the girls' bathroom. I still don't know why he's bound to the bathroom in particular, but I do know that he is in the bathroom. Can't figure out quite yet. I know that it's part of the story and his lore. I just haven't quite gotten there. I think I have to do a yaw reset because my body is incorrect. Give me like 2 seconds so I can face this way and... Okay, now I should be... Yeah, I'm better now. Okay. First thing I hear is boy bound to the bathroom. Apologies, this is a very difficult time for you to come in. I'm going to say that for sure. So, sus behavior. Okay, in all fairness, Hanako is a very sus character. He do kind of just act like that. I mean, he's constantly making jokes and whatnot, and literally brought out a doll for Nene, and he's like, try this. And she's like, the hell is this? And he's like, it's a Kokeshi doll. And she's like, why? He's like, it's kind of sexy. And she throws it out the window, which, like, valid. You know, what the hell else are you gonna do? Ow. The fuck just happened? My body got yeeted through time-space for a moment there. It's because my tracker's disconnected again. Because of course they did. Whatever. Mitsuba's your favorite? Oh, that's so valid! Oh my gosh, hold on, where's my boy Mitsuba? Okay, so hold on, we have to finish getting through my top line, which, of course, we have Ko. He's a very sweet boy. He tries his very hardest. He wants to protect his friends and everyone, and it's so very sweet. He's very special to me. And then we have his little sister, Tiara Minamoto. Oh my goodness. If you want a powerful, sweet, little, adorable baby, that's Tiara Minamoto. She is so... I love her. Gosh, all of the few scenes we've had her in, she's so freaking cute. Okay, hold on. And then, next category is I love you, but we need to talk. Because these characters are, like, for the most part, they're good, but, like, they got some off moments, and you're like, hold on, slow down. What are you doing? So, we'll start with Shijima of the Art Room. I can't tell you too much about her. She is in the second season, and you should watch it, and if you haven't watched it, you're missing out. But Shijima of the Art Room is an artist, and technically I was pointing to her, like, original self, because she makes this statement of, like, oh, wow, you're doing all this because you want to protect me? You must really love me. She's saying it to an alternate version of herself. And it just, I don't know, this scene was very sweet and it meant a lot to me, even though she's going through so much. It was a lot. Yako! I also love Yako. She is, she is so fun, but also kind of a bitch. A little bit of a bitch. She's a little, not the bestest for Everest, but you know. Hold on. Oh, okay. Well, the moke are obvious, you know. They're so cute, but they're little gremlins. And I have to say, their little lines in like every single episode are crazy. Cause like you'll hear the lines go through of like, we didn't want to live this way. We didn't want to have to change, but our rumor changed without asking us. Ah, tasty candy. You know, these little guys can't think more than 5 seconds. They're so fucking cute. It's perfect. Okay. Also, the zombie moke episode, I'm so happy they did it that way. I was so excited for that episode, and with how it turned out, I was not disappointed. Oh, Mitsuba. All right, now we're to Mitsuba. Mitsuba, oh my gosh, I feel so bad for him and his mom, and he has such a good storyline. Oh my gosh. I feel like his storyline might have hit me the most just because I have a very good connection with my no! I forgot Razzle Dazzle. Where's my boy? I can't believe I don't have him in this scene. I'm so smart, guys. I swear I'm smart, guys. I did struggle a little bit because there were a couple of things that I messed up with, and my tracking and everything decided to fight me every step of the way. I ended up a couple minutes late because of that. You fool! I know! That's what I get. Okay. Let me grab Razzle Dazzle scene. Where is he? There he is, Razzle Dazzle. He's a special boy. He gets to take up a lot of space. And I'm gonna swap him over to this side. There we go. I will... 2 followers to 50! Woo! I'm so excited. Actually, I'm so hyped for that because the second I get 50 followers... Violence. I crave violence. Here, hold on. Let me do the one that you wanted previously. That way you didn't waste your points. Hold on. There we go.
I need food now. Mitsuba is my favorite.
Uh-huh. Oh, God, my body broke again! Are you kidding? Guys, I love trackers. Full body tracking is totally worth it and not a pain in the ass ever. And makes you reset your entire tracking system every 5 minutes because, for whatever reason, you've been shunned by the gods. It's whatever. There we go. Okay.
Tsukasa is cute too, mother. Get your body right, mom.
I will say, I adore Tsukasa. I absolutely love Tsukasa, but he is in the I don't want to admit that I love you because you upset me. And so frequently that is true, but we'll get to Tsukasa after we go through the rest of I love you, but we need to talk. We went through Mitsuba. I do love Mitsuba. He's so very special, and I feel very sad for his storyline. It was so good. It punched me in the gut really hard. But we have Sakura. Oh my gosh, Sakura! Her in her storyline, oh my gosh. So her whole thing, I can't even say it because it's like at the end of season 2, but I'm so excited to see more of what happens with Sakura and how she gets her wish granted, and learning about her as a person. I'm so excited about it. I'm really, really, really excited. So that's one thing for sure. And then, oh yes, Mr. Tsuchigamori. Simp worthy, you know? Look at the man. I mean, he did eat the weird bug things in the library, but he did make it clear he doesn't like eating real bugs, so, you know, he's in the clear for me, in my opinion. Okay, now we can move on to, I don't want to admit that I love you because you upset me. Yeah. And of course, you know what? We'll start with Tsukasa this time. We'll start with Tsukasa over here because I love Tsukasa. Oh my goodness. I love Tsukasa, but he is such a problem child in everything that I see. He does everything that he shouldn't be doing. Like, it's the whole thing of, like, the spirits, like, grabbing a spirit and splatting it against a wall and then painting the wall with it. I'm sorry, man, don't do that. Icky!
Mother, your hair is stunning.
Thank you. It's definitely not broken, and I didn't fuck it up at all. I do have to start fresh on my hair as well, because I think I added too many bones, and so now VR chat hates it. But... Where was I? Right. He does all these weird things, and I'm like, okay, it gives off the vibe of him, like, grabbing bugs and splatting them against a wall, and I'm like, I don't think I can handle that, so maybe don't. You know? I'm just gonna say, please don't. Icky, don't. Owie! I love Owie, but oh my goodness, she made me so angry. Oh, and the fact that they animated it so good, they animated that part of the story so good. She upset me, she made me so angry, and then she got animated, and now I can, like, feel really bad for her, but not bad enough that I'm not mad at her still. Okay, she's going through it. But why would you do that to Nene? Anyway, despite my anger towards those who hurt sweet baby Nene, we can move on to Natsuhiko Hyuga. Natsuhiko Hyuga. He's great. Gosh, he is just like the flirt of all flirts, you know? The flirt to destroy them all. Flirts with literally every single girl, but of course his main feelings are for Sakura. Up that away. I can't reach far enough. And so, you know, it's kind of just funny. Watching him blunder and fail every single time he starts flirting with a chick because he's like, you know, I just can't help myself when there's, like, a cute snack. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Really, you know, I think it landed. The way that they had him played and written was peak. Okay, Minamoto Teru. So, you know, Ko's big brother. I understand the appeal. I do like him as a character. I don't think I'd be into him, like, as a person. Like, I don't think I'm into that sort of person. But the moment that he, like, doesn't have to exercise ghosts anymore and he starts acting kind of petulant and whatnot, and he's like, oh, this is such a pain. Oh, I thought things were gonna go well, but they didn't. I hate it. All right, I guess I'm gonna start a fight. That side of him, I loved that. That was everything I could have wanted from Teru. Mwah. That version of him, I like. But before that perfect guy, I don't like it. It annoys the piss out of me. I do have concerns for who he's gonna marry when he says he has his eyes on someone. I do have concerns for that. But I'm gonna leave that alone because I haven't read far enough, and maybe that's explained later on. But once I catch up, hopefully, I won't have to see anything I'm not happy with. Hopefully. Anyway, Mirai, she's a fun character. I do like that they kind of characterized her as being as dumb as a rodent, like a fucking hamster. I'm like, she's just a little kid, I guess. And so she was able to be lured in with candy. And I understand that her, like, whole thing was like, she was very innocent. She was very naive. She didn't realize that what she was doing was hurting people, and so she kept doing it because it was something that made her happy, and she's like, you look so cute as old people, so she just kept doing it, which I get, but like, man, that episode was harsh. That was a hard start. Now, in the manga, that was earlier than it was in the anime. You get to see that in the anime in the second season, but in the manga, it's like the fourth arc, which sucks. It was difficult. And also, I think that explained a little bit more of Ko's behaviors during the arcs following that before we get to like what would have been the second season. But I think they did a fair enough job when writing it that like it works as it stands. I just kind of wish that it had been in the first season. But it's whatever. It's whatever. Now we have the Shinigami. He is precious to me in a special way. It's hard to explain based off of the fact. What's going on right now? I'm watching 2 streams at a time. Oh my god. Well, I'm explaining this the manga and anime Toilet Bound Hanako-Kun, and I'm explaining each of the characters. Right now we're on the Shinigami, and then we'll be able to transition to the next set of slides. Bad child, but I love you. It's true. It's true. But the Shinigami, I will say his relationship with what was her name? Gosh, I forget her name. She was really sweet, and I really, really, really loved her. She was fantastic as a character, and I totally understand that whole, like, the character that she ended up being, and the fact that she was upset because she didn't feel, I don't know, I think loved or appreciated by her husband, and so they had a very fun arc together, and I do appreciate them both. Okay, now we can move on to the next set of characters. There's a lot of them. I don't do this for every single presentation, but I will say sometimes I do have to sit down and stop just so I can tell you guys about all the characters I love. Now, this is You Made Me Laugh Once, So You're Cool. This is a little bit more broad. These characters do get more information later on after I had made this presentation. So some of these opinions are a little different, but let's start with Akane. Akane Aoi, I do actually like him as a character. He's kind of fun. He's interesting. I totally understand his motivations with like having a huge crush on Aoi and blah blah blah. I get it. And now I will say that motivation becomes so much more understandable in the future, and I have a special place in my heart for him when he and Aoi start talking. Oh my gosh, and they're walking. The giraffe scene was so good, and I wish we had gotten more of that, and it hurts my feelings that we didn't get more of that, and I need you to know that. Okay? Sorry, I didn't mean to shake you. I'll readjust you. Come on. There. Okay. That's a little better. I think that might even be straighter than before. Nope, that's definitely crooked. Suffer with it, guys. Seems to be a lot of really? No way. But we've only gotten like 30 minutes in. We're not even 30 minutes in. Are you for real? Hold on. Am I like bogged down with ads today? I haven't changed any of the settings. It should be the same as before. Whack? Hold on. I don't know if I'll be able to fix it at this point, because if I push my luck with my thing, my connection will get super laggy and I will start dying. And I can't handle getting motion sick in this presentation. My presentations have to go smoothly or else I won't be able to get through them. Hold on. Don't worry about it? Okay. Hold on. Everybody let me know if you're here. Hold on. What I want to wait until the ad's over. I can't see when ads happen, but I wish I could. I wish I had a little thingy that like popped up whenever there's like an ad, but I don't have that, which sucks. Sucks bad. Okay. This is a really good time for me to take a drink. Drink. There we go. With my invisible water bottle. Okay. Drinkums. That's right. Okay. Ooh, that felt weird. Man, I should have. Nah, you know what? This is fine. I was like, maybe I should have changed the camera angle and whatnot, but I'm like, no, this works. I think. I hope. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I'm looking at all of my stuff on my OBS. I have to like look really close to be able to see it well. So apologies. This is a little dip. Hold on. Let me see. Okay. Okay. I think we are probably set on ads, so I'm gonna go back. We started with Akane. He has a very important scene, and I did love that. Now, here are Ko's friends, Yoku and Sato, and I will say, great characters. I enjoyed them in the few scenes that we had with them. They were very charming. They seemed to get along well, you know. And overall, it was just fun to have them around when they were. And that's all I've got to say about them. They're great. Then we have the mermaid servants. Oh my god, are they entertaining? They are so silly and ridiculous. I will say, I think in the anime, no, I think actually in the manga they were a little bit darker. Because I think in the first season they lightened things up just a little bit for the anime. And then in the second season, they said, fuck that. We're actually going to take it all the way. And, you know, they totally let all of the sad shit happen. Okay, and then we have Yamabuki Lemon. I got, like, nothing else on this guy. All I know is that he's a funny kind of dude. He's had, like, a couple of scenes, and every single time, he's on his phone. He cannot be separated from his phone. That's all I know about Yamabuki Lemon. He's great. He's entertaining, and yep, that's it. Whatever, man. Okay, next we have I Do Not Like You. And in that category, we have the mermaid and Kodama. So the mermaid is just it's the monster that comes to collect Nene after the events that I will describe after this, because trust me, there are many slides, and this is gonna take for a second I thought that said I had been going for 2 hours already, and I'm like, hold the fuck on. What? I was time dilation. Anyway, Kodama is the love tree. I also don't like him. He's just weird to me. I don't know. Gives off creep vibes. I don't like him. As a character, he's not actually there's nothing actually wrong with him. I don't like him personally. Ooh, yes, okay. Who are you again? Irrelevant. And in this category, we have number 3, who existed for maybe like 2 minutes before he was killed. And so, yeah, no, bro literally did not matter. Just gone. Problem solved. And then we have Kako, who is, he's the one who rewinds time, but, like, hold on. He's entertaining at times, but like, you know, it's not that I don't dislike him or anything. He's just like, whatever, man. You're here, I guess. Cool. Why not? You know, that sort of vibe. So let's see if I can maybe sift through the next one. without having to sit through all of this. Okay, I think this is all of this slide. Thank goodness. This is back when my slides were super simple looking. I don't even have the pictures on it. I have the pictures on the next slide. So I'm going to have to get through this in a very odd way. Not the irrelevant characters, I know. Okay. Okay, so off the bat, when we start the story, Nene gets into all of this. She finds out about this story of a ghost that will grant your wishes because she wants a guy to like her. Because she had a guy turn her down. Because she has thick ankles. And I'm gonna be so real right now. Everybody is so mean to Nene about her ankles. Her ankles are not that fat. She has, like, her legs are fine. Everybody is so mean to her. I get it, but, like, she's really adorable. And everybody is like, I don't like thick daikon legs. And I'm like, what? What? Anyway, it just pissed me the fuck off. Why are humans so fixated on ankles? I don't know. Is that fucking Victorian part of your brain that's like, oh, great heavens, ankles? I cannot possibly comprehend what the fuck everyone's problem is. But since she confessed to a guy and he turned her down saying that he thought her ankles were too thick, she's like, all right, well, I want to go out with the hottest, most popular guy in the school because, you know, if that guy likes me, then the guy that I confessed to will feel like a real idiot for not liking me. Which, you know, teenagers, I get it, you know, everybody makes odd choices and she just wanted to feel loved and cared about, so okay. I'm not gonna judge her on it, but, like, Nene, come on. Anyway, so she goes to Hanako of the Seven Wonders, who she was told about by Aoi. Aoi somehow gets all of the intel on all of the Seven Wonders all the time. She's always right. Somehow. Who knows why? Weird. Anyway, so Hanako's like, okay, well, I can help, but we gotta do it this normal way. Because if I'm trying to do something that a human heart can't do, that's gonna cost a hefty price. And she's like, wait, but what if I'm cool with a hefty price? And he's like, well, I'd say too bad. Sucks, Buster. I can't do that. She's like, oh, come on. Okay, which, you know, kind of hilarious. I did really love the beginning of this. It was very heartwarming and charming. At least for me it was. Oh, yes. Okay. So Nene, of course, is on the side of like, come on, why? And he's very much like, well, cause I have to. And then she is like, well, maybe he knows what he's doing. Maybe he knows what he's doing. I can't be the first one to ask for help with love, you know? Which is a fair thought, especially being that they're in a high school, middle school, combination school. And so it's like, yeah, of course, at that time in their life, a lot of kids are looking at like, I want to get in a relationship. I want a partner, blah, 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 blah. You know, everybody gets obsessed with like relationships at some point. So I think it's a very valid opinion or like thought process for her. However, all of the attempts fail. She like makes him food and harvests veggies and writes a thank you note and blah blah blah. She does all these little tricks and none of them work. It just does not work out. Poor thing. I feel so bad for her. She really put her heart into it. Like, dude, she tried literally the method of running around a corner into him with toast in her mouth. As if the anime method of bumping into people was going to make it work. And of course, that didn't work. She ran out into the hall, ran into someone else, which in the anime, we find out it was Ko, and I believe it was also written in the manga in like tiny text, but I don't remember if we actually saw it. But she apparently ran into Ko and knocked him down the stairs, and they had to call for help because he was injured. Oh, poor thing. Holy cow. So Nene's a little discouraged. But Hanako, oh, my ghost kitty's here. Come here. Well, where'd you go? Oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding. Come here. Come here. All right. I have a ghost kitty. Well, anyway, so they come to the point where. Hold on a minute. Oh, right. Hanako drops this bag, and Nene is like, hold on, what's that? She picks it up. She pulls out one of the items from within this little pouch. Oh, goodbye. She pulls out one of the items in the pouch, and she's like, oh, what is this? And he, of course, instead of making a better statement, he says, oh, they're for matchmaking. And she immediately puts it in her fucking mouth. What? Okay, now let's start off the bat. I have to ask, when somebody tells you something is for matchmaking, are you thinking, I'm gonna put this in my mouth? Or are you gonna just hold on to it so that he can't fucking use it? Like you can use it and he can't stop you. Putting it in your mouth? I'm sorry. Gross. And she says, hold on, you better explain what this is or I'm gonna swallow it. And he's like, whoa, don't do that. Like, what? So he, of course, starts explaining. He's like, okay, that's clusters of mermaid scales. And with that, like, slow down. It's basically a thing where two souls, if two people were to eat the same thing, they would be bound across, the bound across life and death and whatnot. They'd have like a sacred bond or whatever based on the unfortunate circumstances that they had both ate it. But before he gets to that last part, Nene swallows it and is like, you jerk, you had the right thing all along and you hid it from me. Nene, no. Oh, precious Nene. But so, before anything else, she yells to him, you're just an evil liar, and then runs away and goes to run off to Teru Minamoto so that she can give him the other mermaid scale so that they will be bound. And she sees another girl confessing to Teru. And she's like, oh no, I'm so screwed. Please don't say yes. And he makes the statement of, actually, sorry, I can't accept your feelings. I already have someone who I very much love, and I'm looking forward to marrying one day. And Nene hears that and is like, oh my God, what is wrong with me? I didn't actually really want him. I think I just ate this scale to feed my ego. And she, sees scales pop up on her arms, and then she passes out. She blacks out, and she wakes up with a sploosh. She just hears a whoosh. And she can hear Hanako's voice kind of echoing around her. She looks around, and then she's held in front of a mirror. She's a fish! She turned into a fucking fish. Dude. Because of course she wouldn't listen. And so now that she's a fish, oh, I just realized my point says she's a fish. So she ate the mermaid scale, and now the mermaid's coming to collect her. I'm sorry, what? Yeah, fish. She's a fish. She is a straight up little teeny tiny, almost looks like an angelfish. She's got very long, flowy fins. It's super cute. She has a very cute fish design. But, still a fucking fish. You don't want to be a fish. But the mermaid shows up and says, oh, I'll treat you well as one of mine. I treat all of my what the fuck is the word for people who are in your, if you have a queen, they're your, whatever, her people. She treats her fish people so well. That's what she's saying. Holy shit, dude. I'm so smart, guys. So she is like, I'm gonna take you with me. And Hanako's like, hold on a minute. I haven't even had the opportunity to grant this girl's wish. Can you at least wait until I do that? And then I'll let you have her for yourself because, you know, this is your thing and let me do my thing. And Fish Lady is like, how dare you presume to command me? I refuse to be commanded by some feeble apparition, a mere few decades old, you know? And so Hanako is like, I didn't command, I asked. But since you won't listen, you know, he goes and then he attacks her. He attacks and he wins. He like fucking whoosh, slashes through her with this knife that he just has, which, you know, cool scene, by the way. Very cool. I think they did a really good job with that. It was awesome. I liked it. And so the mermaid runs away, and Nana's like, please, please keep her from coming back. I don't want to be a fish forever. And Hanako's like, fine. More ads. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. I can put up with this. I can wait 2 seconds. Just give me another second and go take a drink. Holy cow, my face. I gotta readjust my headset because it is hurting. There we go. Whew. Dude. I totally forget how much I yap. Ad break. Let's go. I hope you guys can't hear how loudly I swallow. I just realized my background music isn't here. God damn it. I'm really smart, guys. Oh, hello. Welcome back, Ghost Kitty. What's up? What you got to say? Yes. What's the matter? He's a baby. Just a baby. Wah. Okay. Holy cow. I gotta stretch my knees. Don't mind me. I have to get my knees to like bend a little bit because I kind of accidentally hyperextend them without even thinking. So, just a mild pain. Holy cow. This is how I recall that, like, I've got more energy than sometimes my body can handle. I didn't build it well enough. And so I could do a lot of stuff, but I have to be super careful about which things I choose to do because walking will hyperextend my knee joints without even realizing it. And so I've had to learn. Hi, Agni. Got cheesecake? Hell yeah. Let's fucking go for cheesecake. Oh my gosh. Where's the wall? Whew. You know what's cool, guys? Learning. Learning's cool. Anyway. Wow. Okay. So, hold on. How long have we been sitting here? I apologize if everything feels a little stagnant. My brain's a little not perfect today. So I'm just hoping this is gonna work out. But I don't know. It's been so long since I've been able to sit down and yap about, like, just random shit that I like, you know? This is an old presentation, though. This was the first presentation I made for, like, doing my manga and anime presentation, so I could yip yap about stuff that I adore. And so this is a very rough version of how I usually do it. Okay. I'm gonna assume we've got everyone back right now. Let's hope. We hope, we pray. I'm hoping. I think. Probably. Anyway, so since Hanako is like, all right, well, I can grant you a wish and make you lessen the effects of the mermaid's curse on you. And she's like, yes, please, oh my gosh, I'll do anything. And so Hanako swallows the other scale, and he minimizes the effects so she becomes human again. And of course, he makes this whole statement of like, I granted you an extra wish. You wanted someone to share your feelings. Well, we are now linked across the lines of the boundaries of life and death, and so I'm sure we'll share lots of things. And she's like, I don't know if that's what I meant when I said that. Which I'm gonna be so real, kind of hilarious. But either way, that is all one episode. That is the first episode, and I have to put the whole thing here because the first episode has so much information in it, and it's amazing. I'm really happy that they like did it. It turned out very well, in my opinion. Anyway, let us go to the Picketeers. Oh, no. Here we go. Okay. Now I get to point out all the pretty arts and stuffs. That was one episode? It was one episode. Correct. That was all one episode. I will tell you, the rest of it, I do go through a little bit faster because I don't want to, like, overload you guys with, like, episode after episode. Plus, I want you guys to go watch it yourself. So even though you have, like, a good basis as to, like, what the story is kind of like, I still want you to enjoy the story yourself. So, first episode is the only one. That way I can get you guys into the real vibe and, like, what you're getting into. But here we have Nene talking about, like, how the guy she liked previously and confessed to said he liked girly girls, and she saw a lot of them in the gardening club. Nene is not quite a perfect girly girl, I would say, but I still think she is absolutely adorable, and I think it is completely unfair that a guy would turn her down just on the basis of the fact that she has thick ankles. That's really fucked up, but whatever. And then up here we have this love manual. Hold on. Love manual that Hanako is saying, yeah, we'll use this and it'll definitely work and you'll get Minamoto's heart. As if that would actually work. And then, of course, we have them trying the actual stuff up here. That's her seeing Minamoto walking down the hallway with this girl, and he's missing a button, so Nene was gonna go sew it, and then the girl noticed, and everyone in the school fucking rushed over like, I want to be Minamoto's button, which, wow, holy cow. And then, ooh, here we go. This is the section where she finally, she finds the mermaid scale, and she's like, if you don't tell me what this is, I'm gonna swallow it, which, what the fuck? Huh? No. And then she turns into a fish. This is the cute little fish she turns into because she's just a little fishy. And then here's the mermaid. Ugly mermaid. Bitch. Hater. She's not cool. And at the very end, we get the scene where Hanako turns her back into a human by taking the other scale and minimizing the effects of the curse. Yay! All right, that's episode 1. Come on. Let's go to the rest of this. Come on, to the rest of the story. Yeah, I made questionable choices with this presentation, going point by point. I really hated that. I wish I had done that, and if I ever redo this presentation, that's going away. First thing I'm fixing. Second thing I'm fixing is the style. I do not like that. This looks so plain and boring. I hate it. Oh, I need to do better. Anyway, so next we're moving on to Nene meeting the Moke. So Nene goes through, she has this whole situation where there is stuff going missing in all of people's classrooms. Like, her textbooks were directly in front of her on her desk, and boom, they're just gone. And she can't figure out why. And so she's looking everywhere. She's like, they were literally just right here. My pencil, my paper, and my notebook are all gone. What? And so at the same time, at like lunchtime, there's a guy who's missing his lunch. A guy who lost a figure. It was like I don't know. I can't quite remember what he called it, but it was like a figure. And there was someone who, there was like a towel missing. There was just a whole bunch of stuff that was suddenly missing for whatever reason. And Nene, she gets thrown some water on her, and it makes her scales show up, and she freaks out. So she runs off to the old school building. And that's where she sees a towel just sitting on the floor. It's like, oh my gosh, whatever left this towel here, I am so grateful. Thank you. Because if her scales don't dry out, then she will, look scaly like a big old fish. And if she gets entirely wet, she'll turn into a fish, which, is crazy. But while she's there, she runs onto a line. She's like, oh, wait, hold on. Here's my brooch. Here's my textbooks. Whoa, there's the thing. There's somebody's lunch. And that must have been the thing that the guy was looking for in this class or whatever. And while she's leading up this row of things that are missing, she sees this door that's open, and she looks, and inside she sees Yosei, which was the rumor that everybody said was stealing all of our things. But the rumor was, if you look directly at Yosei, it will steal your life away without you ever even knowing. And so she looks in the door, and she sees this monstrous figure just covered in eyes, and it reaches out and grabs her. And she's, of course, freaking out. She's like, oh my gosh, I don't want to die. And Hanako comes to save her. And so he slices and dices up Yosei, and a rain of pink bunnies come down. And with that, Hanako tells her, not spooky at all. No, not spooky in the slightest. Hanako's like, hey, their rumor was changed, and they can't go against their rumor, but that's not what they originally were. So would you be willing to help me change their rumors? Because if they keep being a murderous apparition, then I have to dispose of them. Which, I'm going to be so real, kind of sweet. Kind of sweet. What did I get into? We're talking about Toilet Bound Hanako-Kun, which is a fantastic anime and manga, and you should get into it. It's really good. I personally love it, and I love to tell everyone about it. It's not my favorite, but it was my favorite for a very long time until I found my current favorite anime. So it is right there. It's right underneath it. It's my second fave. It's a really good series. Now, Nene changes the rumor to, if there are times where you think, oh, I might have misplaced this item, or this thing might have disappeared from my bag, but if you keep candy in your bag, it will distract Yosei, and Yosei will take that instead of your belongings. And so, harmless rumor, and now the Moke constantly get to have candy because everybody carries candy on them so that they don't have stuff stolen. Which, honestly, low-key the cutest way you could have reformatted that rumor. For real. Now, okay, next. Yes! Oh my gosh. Okay. So the next portion we're getting into is having to do with Ko Minamoto. So Nene is in the midst of hanging out with Hanako, and all of a sudden, this blonde-haired guy comes out of the sky, jumps down, and he's like, my name is Ko Minamoto, in case whoever asks you in the underworld who exorcised you. And Nene at first was like, whoa, a boy from the sky. And then he starts talking like that, and she's like, oh, never mind. Because just not her type. She's like, no. So he is actually a middle schooler. Yeah, Nene is first or second year in high school, and Ko is right about to become a high schooler, if I remember correctly. It's been a hot minute since I had to re-get into everything. I was reviewing a lot of it last night, but I didn't completely finish the series again, so I'm a little out of touch. I'm a little rusty at this point. Give me a little grace. So, Yes, this is where we learn that the Minamotos are famous exorcists. Ko attempts to fight Hanako, saying, "Whoa, you dare hurt that girl." And Nene is like, "He's not dangerous. He's my friend. He saved me." And Ko's like, "Hold the fuck on. What are you talking about? Look at him. He's holding a knife. You realize that he's holding a knife and he's a ghost. That means he probably killed someone with it during his life." Which, very big shock for Nene. And then Hanako comes out before Nene can even process all of this, and he's like, "Aw, how mean. What if I wasn't ready to share that with my new friend?" And they fight, but Ko tries to use his staff, Ko tries to use his staff to sort of ward off Hanako, and I feel hunger, and it's so weird. I ate, I swear. Ko tries to ward him off with his staff, and it's got this electrical power. It turns their spiritual energy into, like, as he puts it, spirit slang lightning, which, oh, precious boy. So he uses it against Hanako, and it seems for a moment that it works. He seems stunned and like he can't move. And so Ko tries a second time, but it does nothing. It seems completely, like, useless. And so for whatever reason, he's like, what just happened? And Hanako is able to take it away, put a seal on it, and Ko is like, "What? This is a family heirloom. You can't do that. You can't seal it like that." And hilarious, in my opinion. I found that beautiful. I loved it a lot. So Ko is freaking out, trying to get the seal off, and then Hanako takes his hand and shows that the lightning was actually burning his hand on the staff. And he's like, "Okay, yeah, this thing is dangerous, and it's hurting you more than it's doing any good. I'm sure that you will be able to exorcise ghosts like me in no time, but don't try and rush things. You don't have to freak out right now. Just relax, take your time." And Ko is like, "What the fuck, bro? I'm trying to dispose of you. What?" And he's like, "I know. And that's why I have to do this." And then he punches Ko in the gut so fucking hard he passes out. What? And of course his Nene is like, "Oh my gosh, is he okay?" And Hanako is like, "Yeah, he's fine. He's just knocked out. He's just not the type to give up easy, so, he's exhausted." And Nene's like, "Oh, should we hide his staff so he can't use it against you again?" But of course, Hanako's like, "Hold the fuck on. You know I'm a murderer now, and you still want to be friends with me?" But he seems really fucking pissed when he says it, and Nene is confused. She's like, "Huh?" But before she can even say anything, Hanako's like, "I'm just kidding, silly goose." And she's just got to, like, sit there and process for a second, like, "Hold on, that didn't sound like a joke, though. What?" And then I believe that's where, like, they walk away, and Nene suddenly realizes, I don't really know anything about this guy. So, hold on. Now where are we? Oh, okay. This is... Yes, okay. The Misaki Stairs. Let's fucking go. So, this is a situation where this is a rumor. Aoi is, like, telling to Nene because Nene was supposedly interested in the spooky stories. I think it's actually because, like, she wanted to find out about Hanako, and so it started like that. But she did have some interest in, like, spooky stuff. Whatever. So, I'm fine. I'm chill. I've got, like, no breath because, like, I'm kind of doing a lot and not thinking. Holy cow, it's been an hour. Guys, did you know it's been an hour already? I'm wasting so much of your time, so much of your precious human time. You guys don't have a lot of that. You've only got like 100 years. That sucks. And you're here with me. Ad break? Let's fucking go. That gives me a second to take another drink. Dude, I'm starting to get hungry and I cannot figure out why. Like, I shouldn't be so hungry. Hey guys, would you watch if I decided to clean on stream? If I just spent an entire stream walking around and cleaning? How would that be? How would you feel about that? Huh? Because I'm going to be so real. That's a real temptation for me right now, you know? I bet I could have no problem getting all of my cleaning and shit done if I was streaming. You know, if I made it into content. It wouldn't be good content per se, but you know, it'd be content. I want Pop-Tarts and I want noodles. I could go make ramen. Oh, there's a fondue sitting right there behind the camera and I can't do anything with it. It's in VR. Hunger sucks. I hate this. All I want is to enjoy existence, but I'm not. Existence sucks. How do you guys do it? I mean, it's not that bad, but you know, I don't like it. I just realized this is bugging me. Come on. Fix that. There we go. But I will say, what will I say? I totally lost my thought. Completely gone. So that's, you know, it's fine. Whatever. Ooh, though I will say, if I did clean on stream, I think I wouldn't be able to like enjoy the stream very much. It would totally piss me off because I'd be stuck cleaning, and so that would probably ruin my vibe with streaming, which sucks. No, I want. It's whatever though. I want. Ooh, I can't wait to be able to do cooking streams. Holy shit, I'm so fucking excited. I literally have been looking at what I could do to be recording my like setup and cooking. Oh, hi. While also having like my 3D model tracking so that you guys can like see my model and not me, but I have no idea how I would achieve that. Like it has to be me in the camera and then the overlay of my 3D model. Like I'm so lost on it, but like the idea of that just sounds so cool. Does it not? Like legit, I could just be in the kitchen cooking, but like have all this on, and while I'm cooking, I could just do shit. You know? It would just work. I feel like that'd be cool. Right? It'd be cool, guys, if I could cook and have my 3D model. My ghost kitty is rolling around on the floor like a spoiled baby. If only you guys could see ghosts. That's too bad. She just rolled away from me. You will not believe how spoiled this brat is. Come here. Come here. She merman. She is so fluffy. Oh my gosh. I think she just got like a million times fluffier because we live in like a snowy place now. Oh my gosh, she wants to go outside so bad, but she does not want to go outside. She just wants to stand in the doorway between the hot and the cold and just sniff the air. And I'm like, I can't do this. It's too cold. It's too cold, baby. We can't be doing this. Her toes are all out. She got her toe beans out right now. She's so freaking cute. I love her. Holy cow. Okay. Cheez-Its. Okay. I know I'm like kind of repeating myself a lot and I do apologize for that, but hear me out. I'll make a YouTube video for it. I'll edit this down to a YouTube video so it'll be digestible for people. Cuz as it stands, we're not very deep. We're not very deep. This is going to be at least a 2-hour stream at least. So I will see if I can edit this down to like 20 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. We'll say 15 minutes. That seems like a fair amount to cut down a 2-hour stream. That's going to be rough, but I'll see if I can make it happen. I'm not an editing god, but I try my best. Anyway, I do know that I scared myself. I have way more space than before, so now I can like back up so far. Like I can back up all the way to here and still walk all the way forward, all the way to here. Oh, I didn't mean to grab yet. Shit. Oh, it's so crooked now. Hold on. I know there's something to fix that. Hold on. Let's see. That's not right. It's still crooked. Why is it still crooked? Come on. Come on. This is great, guys. I'm really good at this. I definitely don't hate the hand tracking or anything. Damn it, my weird ass knuckles. I don't want to jump. I want the camera to be straight. That's as straight as it's gonna get, guys. I am so sorry. For the algorithm, let's go! Let's go! Oh my gosh, holy cow. Speaking of which, last night I literally scheduled YouTube Shorts for every single day up until the 30th of December. So, you know, I got shit doing. We're straight? Nobody, don't worry. You don't have to be straight. It's okay. I just want the camera to be straight, not you. Okay, Ooh, okay, so we're at the Misaki stairs. Nene is talking to Aoi, and Aoi is talking about how, oh, if you go on the Misaki stairs, but you step on the fourth step, you'll end up getting, hey, you'll end up getting, taken to the other side, to this boundary. But if you, like, end up, don't, okay, hold on, hold the fuck on. My brain, stupid. If you go up the stairs, you have to skip the fourth step, or else you'll be transported to this other realm. You heard her, she wants to be at 90-degree angle. Hey. But I feel like 90 degrees is still straight. You gotta do something at least like a 35-degree angle. 35 degrees is good. 35 degrees is good. Or even 175. 175 is acceptable. 180 is too much. 90 is just too it's too perpendicular, you know? You know, it's just too straight. And that's just extra straight, you know? I'm not straight, I'm a hairpin turn. Okay, hold on. Okay, sorry. The ghost cat is so needy for attention right now. She's begging for so many things. She wants food and everything, and I swear she's fine. She's just spoiled. But, oh, okay. So if you step on the fourth step, you end up getting transported into this alternate dimension, or you get spirited away, as they say. You know that one meme of the cat with its mouth open, blinking slowly? That's me learning the lore. You know what? That's understandable. But that's why I give it to you. I give you this lore to start, and then if you love the lore, you can go and watch the anime or read the manga or whatever you want, and it's good. It's good stuff, and you know it's good stuff because I told you it's good stuff. Right? Right? We get that? But, what was I saying? Oh, yes. All of a sudden, Nene's friend Aoi disappears. She's gone. Nobody even remembers her. She even calls Aoi's parents and is like, hey, is Aoi there? And suddenly her parents are like, yeah, sorry. There's no one here by the name of Aoi, you know? And so everybody, like, freaks out. They're like, hold on, what the fuck? Specifically Nene, not everybody. Nene freaks out, but nobody else recognizes it. But Ko shows up, and he's like, what the hell did you do with my friends, toilet ghost? And so Hanako's like, whoa, I didn't do anything, but if your friends are missing, that might have to do something with the Misaki stairs, blah, blah, blah. It has the Agni seal of approval. Yes, of course. It's very important. You have to have my seal of approval because I clearly know good things. Though I will say, sometimes I'm a little bit picky. I can't handle stuff. I will never watch Solo Leveling just out of pure spite. It's fucking annoying that everybody won't shut up about it, and so I don't watch Solo Leveling. Apologies. Can't help myself. It sucks to me. And since people won't shut up about it, I will never watch it. I don't care if it's good. Doesn't matter. It's dumb. Hold on. I have to do a yaw reset because my thing's being dumb. Yaw reset. And then run back over this. Okay. Hands. Cool. Good. Hold on a minute. That's not right. No, that's definitely not right. Uh-oh. You hated Solo Leveling? Let's fucking go! We're on the same team! Sorry. So, I just can't stand it. I might be spoiled when it comes to my anime tastes, but I just like that are nice and uh-oh. Sorry, I had a big lag right there. That yeah, toilets. Oh, thanks, bro. My tracking is really bad right now. What's happening? Hold on. I think I need to do a reset. Cool. Okay, hold on. Am I back to normal now? Yeah, I'm back to normal. Cool. Let's go. So, I have a friend that liked Solo Leveling, but it's low-key mid. Thank you. I appreciate the support on the define normal. What is normal? That depends. I don't know. Humans are really wishy-washy with normal. You know? Boo, boring power fantasy slop. Yay, toilets! Let's go! We're killing it. Hey, I've got my top 2 fave anime, and I will say, I think, personally, that they are 100 times better than whatever Solo Leveling is. I don't know. Listen, I'm just bored of isekais and whatever. I don't even know what the fuck it is. I don't even know what category it is. All I know is I'm sick of people talking about it. Watching intensifies. Thanks, guys. I'm glad to have the support. It means so very much. I'm glad that you appreciate my tastes. So Nene and Ko's friends have disappeared. So Hanako says, all right, we gotta go to the Misaki Stairs realm to go and get them back. They're probably not dead. They're fine. You can't die in a boundary anyway. Let's see. Who's Oh, Alex Lee! I love him! That's valid. Okay, you know what? That's fair. Shout out to Alex Lee, Bros Killer Daredevil. I only know him as he's hilarious and he does really good voice acting. Like he did the I'm Just a Little Goblin meme, and that has a very special place in my household. Like the demon lord, the unknown, the werewolf, and the ghost, all 4 of them love the I'm Just a Little Goblin meme. And so that, I don't know, I feel like that says a lot. When you can get across all of those boundaries and be like, this is fucking hilarious, it's gotta be good. Are you also a little goblin? I'm not a little goblin. I have more than 3 hit points. You couldn't destroy me even if you tried to swing that sword at me. Anyway. I'm like the opposite of the little goblin. The little goblin's like, no, please don't swing your sword. I would die to just one attack. Sorry, I can't help it. I love that meme so much. It's so beautifully dumb. Anyway, so their friends are missing. They go to Misaki's realm and they get this phone call while there, and they hear it's Misaki, but it's this woman calling, and she's like, I was once a teacher and I used my right hand to write on the chalkboard every single day before class started. I really just like the promise of the main character is so special and powerful because this is the one thing they can do through no effort of their own except for luck. Yes! Dude, that's so true. It's such a weird premise. It's like, yeah, the main character is always going to get it because they're just awesome and perfect and they'll never have to struggle. That's, okay, I'm going to be so real. I'm going to trail off of Hanako for a sec and point to Iruma. Iruma does such a good job, I personally believe, of not doing something like that because while yes, Iruma does have these technically abilities that he wouldn't have if he were just a demon, but because he's a human, even though he has a little bit of that, it doesn't come across as like annoying. It's not frustrating because most of the time he is still struggling with very basic things for everyone else. He knows that he would die if a demon found out that he was a human. He knows that he would struggle with every single situation if he did not have help from Sullivan, who is like the one demon that everybody is wanting to become the next demon lord, but he refuses to do so because he's like, I don't want to be a Yud. Nah, I'm good. No, I just want my grandson. That's it. And so we understand that Iruma is lucky in his circumstances, and he recognizes it too. And I feel like that's what sets him apart from a lot of those like isekai MC characters. Sorry, I've got like a big ramble about that one. What about the hero that overtrains for everything? Okay, now I will say I found it good when it was like Saitama because they made it funny. Like everybody thinks he's pathetic and weak, even though he is winning no problem. And I find that personally very amusing. But I don't know if that necessarily works in every situation. It depends on how much of the training we're seeing and how much we're seeing outside of combat. Because if it's like a combat based anime, then I don't think it would work quite right. I personally think that sort of character would flourish best in a situation where you're not focused on the combat, but more so on the story and who they are as a person and what they're going through in their journey. I personally think that would be really good. Shout out to Grandpa. Shout out to Grandpa. Real ones know why he's goated. I find good isekais are actually less about power trips and more about the relationships they have. It's true! A good isekai shouldn't just be about the fact of actually you're gonna be great and powerful because I'm a god and you can have this power. You're welcome. I feel like it should be about having to learn about this world and understand what is different and maybe learn a lesson that they weren't able to learn in their life beforehand and have them go through this development as a person and maybe understand that people around them are also going through development as people because they're fucking people and people change. Anyway. Log Horizon and Gate are my favorites. I will say I've never heard of either of those. I'm the sort of person where like I struggle to get into new shows and I'm more likely to just rewatch my favorite shows over and over again, which is why I like make these presentations because I'll consume it once and then I'll consume it a second time while taking notes the second time. And so it really gets me into the mood and the vibe and I get really connected to it. And then I will keep going back and rewatching it every so often when I want to because I'm like, you know what? This made me happy. It makes me feel good. And even if I know what's coming, I don't care. Oh my gosh. I hate when a protagonist has next to no problems. Shout out to the homie Jake the dog. You have to have problems. That's actually super valid. Don't worry, I can fix you. I will say, it does suck if there's like an MC who just doesn't ever develop as a person, who doesn't ever recognize that there are things to change, that things that like they have to be better in one way or another, even if they are particularly strong. It's important to recognize that you as a person have things to change, even if you are strong enough to face your current problems, because bigger problems will always come. You will always face bigger trials in the end. Oh my gosh. I like protagonists that is human. Give them weaknesses as strong as their strengths. make them struggle and need support and fail occasionally. Heck, even make them fail catastrophically once in a while. Show them having to adapt. No, exactly. It's a huge part of it. Yeah, it's kind of why I fell off Shield Hero. Really? I heard the Demon Lord actually. So the Demon Lord I live with, he was really liking Shield Hero, but I don't know if he kept going with it. I think we had to take a break from it because I wanted him to watch JoJo, and I need him to catch up on it because I'm gonna tweak out if he doesn't. Give me a second. I'm thinking my brain through it. Yeah, no, I wish that more shows weren't trying to build a story around character is perfect, character doesn't have to change, character changes people around them because character is so good. I want people to recognize that even if like a character is very sweet and kind and caring and a good person, I think they still do have to recognize when there's change. Not everything can be good. Like, that's something that I do appreciate about Iruma. Iruma was a very sweet and giving and wonderful character because he was so used to life kind of, I don't know, like kicking him in the ass every single day, all the time. He was constantly giving to other people because he was so used to it. And he finally ended up developing and learning, like, oh, wait, hold on. I have to recognize that if I don't take care of myself, I hurt the people I care about as well. But he never had that before. So this is a lesson he could have only learned now. And I feel like that's pretty cool about Iruma. I like when protagonists, hold on. When they yeah. Log Horizon is amazing. The fact that it's an isekai where the world is based off of an MMO and tons of people are transported there. It is all the things they remember from the game, but also a bunch of new mechanics that challenge their understanding. And it goes deep into not only the actual mechanics, but the socio-political struggles that come with it as well. That's interesting. Actually, you know what? I might have to take a look into that one just out of curiosity, primarily for the fact that I remember Sword Art Online, and I'm well aware that it's not well loved, and I'm not trying to compare it to a thing that like people hate. I'm just saying, like, I recall that I thought it was a cool premise. I didn't watch it, but I know that the Unknown watched it and she really liked it. But it just wasn't for like me. I just remembered that it would have been so cool, like the concept of like SAO being what it was. I mean, I'm the sort of person who kind of like falls in love with those sort of video game character life versus real life character life sort of situations where it's like, oh, I live this way in a game, but I like to my normal life, I'm just an office worker and blah blah blah, and I make friends like this, and I don't know. I'm a sucker for those. I think they're fun. Please don't run over my feet with your sharp claws. Hold on. Oh my gosh, I have to actually scroll because I can't see all of that. Hold on. Just a little. It's not listening to me. It won't let me scroll. Alright, I'll just read it this way. Okay. Also, a lot of people hated on solo leveling, saying the MC didn't have to train to become OP, except the forget dude literally is forced to train. They forget the dude is literally forced to train every day or will be forced into a life or death situation. Did this for months, just don't see it all in the anime. And then, and again, it's less about the action, more about the relationships. Fair. I really, really wish they continue Log Horizon. It's so peak. Oh, is it one of those ones where they did like a season or two and then like it's kind of been cut off? Like, what happens when a guild bands together, takes over a town, not letting anyone else hold on to the low level, letting anyone else in and holding the low level players captives? Okay. I can understand the appeal of that. Hello? Where? Okay, you just flopped so hard you knocked the wind out of yourself. Relax. Okay, somebody has zoomies, and I think she found the catnip toy, so we're gonna have to hop right back into this so that I can be distracted from her. Okay, So we find Yako. We have to go up these stairs. We have to collect all these parts and create this sort of pseudo-human so that Misaki can come to life again, in a way. And once they reach the top, we see Yako there, and she's like, oh, this is fantastic. It looks so unique. I'm sure this will work. I figured, who to ask making a human more than making a human? Who would know how to make one better? And I will tell you, the thing they made is a fucking monstrosity. It's awful. And so when she tries to breathe it to life, it stands up, it kind of like twitches for a minute, and then it falls to pieces, and she is pissed. She immediately sends her dolls to like go off and like start going at them. And Nene sees in the pile of all of these dolls that look like students, she sees one that looks like Owie. And she's like, oh my gosh, Owie's dead. And she like has a whole thing about it. She cries and it's really, really, really sad. I will say I think they did such a good job like making you understand like how intense this could be. But Hanako is like, hey, don't worry about it. She's fine. I know you're worried, but she's not dead. They can't die in boundaries, so you just gotta help me destroy the Yorishiro so that Yako or the Misaki stairs can no longer torment people. Which, of course, you gotta do that. Obviously. How does somebody do that, though? Well, you have to find this item that's special to them, and it's got a black seal over top of it, and take the black seal off. And then once that happens, break, and the whole boundary will just shatter. And so Hanako throws Nene off of a cliff, and she falls down into a waterfall, and she wakes up on a shore, and there are some moke standing over her, and they're like, she died. She's dead. Which, no, she's not. She's not dead. How's my day? I'm good, thank you. I'm holy cow, you guys are really going on about Log Horizon. I'm glad you like it. Give me like 2 seconds. I gotta do a yaw reset. Okay. Oh well, that's worse now. Why is it doing this? Hold on. Okay, I'm back to normal now. Cool. Holy cow, that was annoying. So she gets thrown off this cliff. She starts looking through. She finds this journal that seems to be written by like a little girl, and she's trying to write things graded by her teacher Misaki. Hi there. Sorry, ghost cat. So spoiled. I might have to shut her out of the room soon because she's got zoomies. Yeah, I know. So, my brain's here, I swear. Oh my gosh. My eyes itch. Holy cow. I'm sorry. I know there's like a little dip in the way that I'm talking. I have so much passion, but also I've been streaming every single day of the week, and I'm like reaching my limit. And so I'm struggling a little bit, but I'll figure it out. Brain is here. Where was I? She goes down, she finds the journal, she realizes that it's written by this little girl, and after a certain point, the little girl makes a note. She's like, oh, today I heard some people talking at the shrine, and they say someone died. I don't know what that means, but I'll ask Misaki when he gets here. And then she writes later on another day, Misaki didn't come today. And then in the journal, it just continuously goes, Misaki didn't come today either. And so you realize the person who died at those steps was Misaki, and this little girl isn't able to process that he's dead and doesn't even know what that means. And eventually it says, I don't think I'm going to see Misaki ever again, or something to that effect. Oh my gosh. This is why you have to have rest days? Exactly, I'm aware. But I wanted my first week to be filled with streaming so that everybody could see what I'm like as a streamer. But, you know, that I'm struggling. I just gotta get through it. Trust me, this is something that I'm super passionate about. So like this is me putting my 100% on right now and trying not to get distracted by a very staticky ghost kitty who just shocked my leg. I kind of want food. Oh, dude, I swear I ate before stream, but I want food so bad. I feel like this is such a good example that I will be able to show everybody of like, see, and this is why you don't stream every day of your first week. But also a good example of why you stream every day of your first week. I'm only almost at 50 followers now. Oh, you know, it's all good shit. Good shit. Let's go. Okay. While she is looking through this journal, she gets pursued by these dolls that are coming to get her, and she runs away. She sees what the Yorishiro is. She sees these scissors that have the talisman, the black talisman over top of it, and she sees Yako come to get her, and like these giant scissors are like suddenly around her neck and is gonna cut her head off, but Hanako stops it and breaks the scissors just in time. And so in that moment, in the short time, Nene makes a statement of like, she sees that like this little girl who had written about her teacher really had a crush on her teacher, and she's like, oh, I get it. And eventually it comes to the point where Nene says, it was something along the lines of, you don't really it's not that you want him back, it's that you want your feelings to be returned. It was something to that effect, and it stopped Yako for just long enough that Nene was able to rip the seal off of the Yorishiro, and she gave she like the whole boundary broke down. They ended up outside of the boundary afterward. Everyone was back, you know, no more missing students. And in that time, Nene had gotten the picture that was inside of the journal that Yako had, that was in the little girl's journal, and she gave it to Yako, who is now just a little teeny tiny little fox, an Inori statue come to life. And she gave her that, and she said, you know, made a statement of like, I'm still mad at you and whatnot. She called her little fox, and Yako didn't like that. She bit her, and she was a little bit happy to have the picture back, but said, don't ever call me a little fox again. My name is Yako. And she runs off. It was a whole thing. Hold on. Is this just the entire plot explained? Sort of. It's me going through the basic plot line of the first season so that, you know, I can tell people why I love this series so much, as well as get people to watch it themselves, because I really love the show. Let's see, hold on. Capitalize food review stream. Dude, okay, no, I can't. I'm gonna be so real. I eat like the same thing every single day. I've been eating mac and cheese and ramen noodles like every single day for the past almost almost a month, yeah. Oof, it's rough. I'll be back in 10 years for your thoughts on the crazy time travel stuff that's going on. Perfect. That's just what we need. I will say, no, I won't. I actually have nothing to say on that. Let's go. Sorry, my brain is so gone right now. I don't even know. Oh, okay. Next! At the end of that episode, we get a scene where Hanako presses a little kiss to Nene's cheek, and Nene, like the next day, is freaking out to Aoi. She's like, oh my god, I think this boy has a crush on me, and he kissed me on the cheek. Could that mean something else? And Aoi's like, the fuck? No, boys don't just kiss girls they don't like. What? Cheese, you say? Get cheesed. Dude, I wish I had like a fucking cheese emote to just put up on the screen, but I don't. I have to make it for Nia. Hold on. So what you're saying is you need to do a food review stream to force yourself to try and eat more types of food. Here's the thing, I will eat more food. I just don't right now because I don't have any other food. I have to wait until like the demon lord and the unknown and the werewolf and the ghost are all here, and then I will more consistently have more food. But right now I don't, because that's just life. Eat some haggis. Ad break. Whoa! That's perfect. That's just enough for me to get a sip again, because I need to bend my knees because they're starting to hurt. I'm overextending them again without thinking about it. Oh my gosh. I'm so hungry now, guys. I don't like to leave my like streams unfinished and stuff, so I'm pretty picky about it. But right now the temptation of like stopping stream just to go get food it's right up there, guys. You know, one of these days I'm gonna have to set up like a date stream where I just legit take you guys around. We eat a bunch of food, and then after all that, I just get to end the stream by like, all right, so you gonna pay for all this? It was like $2,000 of food we just ate. Oh, it's good stuff. It's good stuff. Oh my gosh, my back is like, it feels so weird. I don't do a ton of Oh, hey, this is why we have backup batteries, which is where. There we go. Sorry about that. My headset just flashed the battery low thing, which I knew was going to be coming, which is why I tend to run down my battery first, and then I put on my battery pack so that it lasts even longer. Now I can go for like at least another 2 hours, which is cool. I do kind of want to get like another one of these batteries so I can go even longer, because then I can go and like have this one charging and come back to it and kind of just like swip swap around until I get to a point where I'm like happy. Oh my gosh. I will say, my whole setup is actually quite nice. Dude, I'm in a way bigger room than I used to be in, and so I've got all this space over here, and I've got space all the way over here. I'm all the way off screen for you guys. Look, this is me. Here, if I were to just lean against the wall and reach my arm out, it's a full arm's length away from. Oh, hold on a minute. If I lean against the wall, my arm's doing jank. Never mind. Whatever. It's cool. I'm excited about it. I also cannot wait until I fix my 3D model. Or I guess make a new one, since I just did this one dumb. I gotta start over anyway. But if I do start over, that does mean I can make a base model for me and all the other girls, which will be great. And I can't wait to see them in 3D, because if I can get them to do a presentation with me, oh my gosh, imagine how good that'd be. I'd be here, and then we could have like the others just on the screen as well, and we could all be moving around. How awesome would that be, right? I think that'd be awesome. I'd love to have that. Plus, it'd be so fun to have like everybody in the same room in a way. I think that'd be cool. I'm a dreamer though, you know? I'm a dreamer. I am excited by the premise of getting to spend more time with everyone. They're all so fun. They're great. I hope that everybody likes them because they're fucking awesome. Holy cow, though. The weird thing is, my lungs at least don't hurt. I'm not like struggling to breathe or anything. It's just I have to remind myself to breathe. And now I'm like, oh. For a second, I thought my little mic thing over there was muted, and I'm like, hold on, have I been muted for the entire stream? That would be so embarrassing. Literally, just me for 2 hours jabbering on, but I wasn't even fucking unmuted the entire time. If we're doing so many side tangents with one VTuber, imagine 4? Exactly. Imagine how great it would be. We could stream for hours. It would have to be at least a 5-hour stream. 5 minutes. At least a 5-hour stream at that point, you know? We're gonna have to run into, like, it's gonna have to be a short presentation. I'm gonna be so real. It's gonna have to be like, even just like one slide, and we'll still get tangents and shit. No, I take it back. One slide per person. One slide per person. That's how we get it done. That's how it'll be. That way, one person can do their presentation thingies for each of the things, but at the same time, then everybody gets to have like their little interjections, and we all get to chit chat still, and everybody gets our little, you know? I feel like that'd be so fun. Wouldn't that be cool? Are we gonna need to set up a 15-second reoccurring chat message reminding you to breathe? No. Maybe. When I laugh, I remember to breathe. That's technically like breathing, so it's like me. Hi. Most likely. No, I can breathe. You're delusional. I am thinking about it now. That might be fun. That might be nice. Just remember to, like, just a little reminder that pops up and says breathe. Oh, that'd be good. Breathing's good, guys. All right. Okay. So, hold on. Where am I now? Oh, okay. Wait. So it's the next day. Nene has gotten a kiss from Hanako, and everybody, like, she's like, whoa, hold on, why though? And my tracking's off, so let me fix that. Can I do a yaw reset this time? Is this working? No. All right, full reset it is. Okay, back to normal. So, oh wow, I gotta look at what chat's saying. What are we talking about? I'm telling management. No, wait, telling management what? What did I forget? Hold on, what did I say? Heyo, thank you. Oh, hey. We're supposed to be talking about manga, but we also get distracted. Yeah, so I'm technically talking about Toilet Bound Hanako-Kun, the anime and the manga, but admittedly, I am getting distracted and forgetting to breathe a little bit. Just a little. I'm still alive, so it's like, you know, it's a good series. I want you to know it's a fantastic series, and you should totally get into it because it's really, really, really good. And it's got my stamp of approval. Anyway, we are now to the point where Nene has a crush. No, Nene thinks that Hanako has a crush on her. And she's like, but he's totally not my type. Whatever will I do? And Aoi is like, ooh, I guess you just go out with him because, dating's more than just looks. You got to have some experience, which cheeses. So Hanako ends up inviting Nene to this confessions tree. And he refers to it as the sakura tree on the campus. And she's like, oh, the confession tree? And he's like, oh, so you already know. Saves me the space of having to explain. Anyway, meet me there. Wait, and she's like, oh my god, he's gonna confess to me. I'm so screwed. Which, hilarious. Woo! I knocked over my water. Sorry. Hope I'm not lagging too much. I've got a little bit of lag going on sometimes, but hopefully it's not too bad. Yes, boss, Agni needs a regular breathing reminder. Yes, thank you. Yapper streamer, I found my new home. Let's fucking go! I will tell you, I am quite the yapper. I can't stop myself from talking, even when I mess up like that. This is actually me dulled down a little bit, I will say, because I've been streaming every single day of this entire week because it's my debut week. And so I really wanted to get out there and have as many people see me in this beginning portion where I'm like desperate to get more attention so that I can kind of step back next week and following weeks and just settle into a proper schedule after this. Holy cow. But yeah, so let me take a sip real quick. So we're now at the point where Nene goes to the tree and she's so nervous. She's like, oh my gosh, he's gonna confess to me. So she sees Hanako there. She's like, you know what? Maybe he's not so bad. Maybe it wouldn't be so bad to date him. I'm being a bit harsh. I bet he's okay. And he grabs her by the shoulders and he's like, he's like confesses to her. He's like, I like you. Please go out with me. And she, like, in her head, she's freaking out. She's like, yes, finally, it's my first confession ever. She's so cute. You're a new streamer? Good luck. Thank you. I'm very excited. I'm having a great time so far, to be fair. This I have gotten very comfortable with streaming already, so I'm not too worried. I know how to settle myself down after a certain point, but I am so excited already. This is going great so far. Ooh, Nene is freaking out and super excited in her head, and Hanako is like, "Hey, I'm sorry," and I don't like you like that. And Nene's like, what? You don't? He's like, that's your line. She's like, oh, I'm sorry. And so the tree is like, you're sorry? What? That's not how you respond to a confession. The polite thing to do when somebody confesses their feelings to you is to say yes. And which, by the way, no, no one is required to say yes when you confess to them. That's weird. Anyway, Hanako is like, see, I knew you were doing something suspicious. Luckily, I have my assistant here. So Hanako knocks down the tree, kind of takes away his spiritual power and all of that. And then he's like writing down, he's like, ooh, what sort of new rumors should we put out about him? And he sees Nene turned away and he's like, oh, are you sad because it wasn't a real confession? But even though he's teasing her, he like looks and she's actually fucking crying. He made her cry for real. And instantly he felt so fucking bad. And she headbutts him. She's like, you jerk. And then she actually starts crying and she's about to leave the school grounds. And he's like, wait, stop. I'm sorry. And he's like, at least stay until you stop crying. Which I will say, it was an extremely sweet moment. And if you really want to enjoy that moment, you should go watch the anime. Oh my gosh. Execute him, exercise him. That idiot. So after that, Nene sticks around just a little bit longer, and then she goes home after she stops crying because Hanako can't leave the school grounds. He is haunting specifically the school, so he can't leave school grounds, sadly. But oh, sorry. I'm like in my head, I'm like, oh, this is the best part. So this is the portion where things get a little messy. Messier, I should say. So Hanako and Nene are hanging out on the roof, and Nene had wanted to build a better relationship with him, maybe become closer friends. She's got donuts, which she knows. Wait a minute. That can't be right. Wait a minute. Wait, what? Oh, okay. This is a different section of the story. Hold on. Holy cow. I was so off base on where I was in the storyline because I realized that wasn't right. Hold on. This is a point where Nene and Hanako are hanging out on the roof, and Nene wants to get to know Hanako better, but Ko is going to they realize that like Ko was told to exercise Hanako because Teru shows up, which they realize just now because they have the same last name, and Teru shows up that, oh, they're brothers. She's like, wait a minute, I've had a crush on Ko's older brother this whole time. And Nene had no idea that she was talking to the little brother of the guy she liked, which, hilarious. I'm gonna be so real. There's no way to explain that scene that's just anywhere as good as the actual scene was. But during that time, Ko decides Hanako's not really actually doing bad things. He's actually saving a lot of people from ghosts and dangerous apparitions. I feel like I have to wait to see if he actually does anything wrong. And he kind of decides he doesn't want to exercise Hanako until he sees like something that gives him a proper reason to really want to exercise him. And so of course, his brother is upset with this, but he's like, you know what? I will give you this opportunity, but if anything bad happens, you're going to be in crazy trouble, man. So that's like its own whole thing. Oh my gosh. Come on. Let's scooch into the picture section. Pictures! Let's see. We have Ko and his older brother Teru. Then we have the confession tree before and after it was exercised. And we have Yosei! That's what the moke looked like before they were turned into the little bunnies. Cut up into the little bunnies. Oh my gosh. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. True. We get to see the moke. This is the scene where Nene cried. Look at how sad she is. That was so mean of him. Oh wait, that looks like Peak. Like what? Like a show called Peak? Or is it like that the show looks Peak? Because I will tell you, the show is Peak. It's amazing. The artwork's beautiful. They're actually so adorable, right? So cute. So the artwork in the manga is even more gorgeous. Like, if you think this is really amazing, and I will say this is so fantastic, I'm so glad that they stuck with this sort of style for the anime, because the style in the manga is so unique and beautiful and stunning. And of course, they couldn't have done that. Yay! Wait, hold on. Who just followed? Thank you for the follow. Holy shit, I'm so excited. I just reached 50 followers. I'm sorry. I'm really excited about that. I'm really hype about that one, guys. Hold on. I mean, it looks good. I'm glad because I think this series is really beautiful and fantastic. I'm so excited. By the way, thank you for the 50 followers. Oh, I'm so excited that I've been hyping up that 50 goal. Holy cow. I'm number 50 then. Let's go. Thank you. Your demon idol. Thank you very much. Holy cow. I'm so excited. I needed that 50 follower one so that I could get the VIP badges for the girls in my company. Holy cow, let's go! Anyway, I think all of the scenes in the anime are beautiful. I will say, I think it's kind of tainted by the filter in the world that I'm in, but it's so gorgeous. If you were to sit down and actually watch this anime, you will realize how absolutely stunning this series is in the manga and the anime. Okay, hold on. Let's see. New milestone? Ooh, you know what? Okay, I will say the next milestone is gonna have to be 100. We're slowly working our way up all the way to the 100,000 number that I put out on debut, because while yes, that is my overall goal, I do want the ability to, like, I don't know, like, kind of work my way there. I don't feel the need to, like, be like, yeah, my number one goal right now is 100,000 followers, and I'm sitting at 50 followers. I'm like, okay, chill. 100 followers is exciting though. I'm excited to have reached 50 followers. Like, this is awesome. It's 50 followers in my first week. That's the crazy thing for me. This is my first week of streaming, and I'm very excited. Only 100K, that's my tippy top goal. And I understand that may be a little bit low, but I'm just looking at the fact of like, hey, that's where I start. That's the level of worship that I desire, so that I can head back to the Jin realm and change my form. Or, you know, I just want devotion so that I can go home and get my power back, and then I can look cooler here. Also, because my body's a little bit broken, and if I could fix that in the Jin realm, that'd be really great. Anyway, let me scooch the timeline to the next. Come on, the next slide. The next slide. Okay, cool. We're on to the next section. Okay. Where do we start? Yes, the library! Oh my gosh, the 4 o'clock library! Okay, this is awesome. Okay, so, off the bat, Nene is, of course, still getting her rumors from Aoi, and she hears about this library where you can find out about all the students who have ever been in the school, whether it's their past, they're already dead, they're alive, and there's also a rumor about books that are read, White ones are students that are alive. Black ones are students that are dead. But the red ones, nobody knows. The only thing you do know is that you shouldn't touch them. Don't touch the red books. Remember, guys, this is the only way for Agni to gain back the respect of her people. It's true. Sadly, it's the only way I can think of, at least. Since I don't have my magic and they're jerks or whatever, and they think they're better than me. I touch a red book solely out of curiosity. Now, here's the thing. In reality, I think you can touch the red books. You just can't read them. So they go to the library because Nene wants to know more about Hanako. She doesn't know anything about Hanako and she wants to build a better relationship with him. So they go through, they start looking, and actually they spot Nene's book. And so Nene is like, oh, well, maybe we could test the accuracy of this by... Oh, no. My body is broken again. Hold on. Perfect. So they decide, okay, I bet we could test the accuracy of this whole thing if I just read a little bit of the past. And so she reads a little bit. She sees a little excerpt about something cringe that she did. She wrote a poem about Hanako. And she's like, ugh! Okay, well, at least we know that they're accurate. And she starts going forward and she sees, like, oh, the future. She's like, wait a minute, so I can read the future? Interesting. So she starts reading into what the future is, and all of a sudden the pages start turning soaking red, and like she can't figure it out. She's like, it's really hard to read, but she keeps reading it even though it's just turned red. And when she does, this giant like monster that looks like Nene but is formed out of a bunch of like moth-looking spirit things comes up and tries to attack her. And of course, luckily, Ko saves her. He like grabs her and gets her out of the way. And in that time, she like, this monster is coming at them, but she gets, hold on. I have to remember. Oh no, I didn't even write that part. Hold on. I'm like struggling to remember the sequence because it was either Hanako comes to save her or no. Yes, I think Hanako comes to save her, but Mr. Tsuchigamori comes out and he says, this is why I hate kids. They got these gross, sticky fingers and they make messes everywhere. And then all of a sudden, this giant arm comes out of his back and like yanks the head off of this giant bug monster thing. And he eats one of the bugs and you realize he's a fucking spider. He's like a big spider man. And it's, fuck. He's Spider-Man! Oh my god, it's Spider-Man! Sorry. So then it comes to the situation where Hanako is like, all right, I'm thinking of disbanding all of the 7 wonders, which means we'd have to destroy your Yorishiro. Spider-Man! Yeah. It's so dumb. I hate myself for that, but whatever. I'm like processing the thoughts because I'm like half having to process it before saying it. They realize that he is the one who controls the 4 o'clock library. And Hanako is like, I want to disband them. And Nene said, Nene is the one who destroyed the last Yorishiro, which means she would have to destroy this one as well. And so Mr. Tsuchigamori said, you have to either, you have to tell me your deepest secrets for me to allow you to destroy my Yorishiro. And so Hanako is like, oh, well, what if they don't? Will I have to prepare for battle? And he's like, no, I'll still give up my Yorishiro, but I will use my current knowledge, my ability as a teacher, to display the knowledge I already know about you through the intercom system, and the entire school will know it, and which is hilarious. I personally think that's hilarious. And so Nene and Ko both try and tell little secrets, like Ko is scared of Oni masks that are at festivals, and Nene has a secret sort of journal that she writes to a pretend boyfriend, which happens to be Ko's brother Teru. And she said she did it in middle school when in reality she still does it because, oh, she's so silly. And Mr. Tsuchigamori is like, yeah, that's not good enough. Boring. And Nene and Ko are both like, that's no fair. We tried to pour our hearts out and that wasn't enough. Whatever. And then they see Hanako and they're like, hold on, you have to tell a secret too. And of course, Hanako's like, oh, you want to hear my secret, Mr. Tsuchigamori? And he's like, no, I'm not interested. I already know plenty enough about you. But of course, the other two are not satisfied with this. They're like, come on, he wanted secrets from all of us. And so Hanako says he likes donuts. He really likes donuts. Just the plain kind, homemade. Really cute. Oh, it's so adorable. I can't stop you, but I can make you regret it. Yeah, exactly. It's the entire vibe of my boy Tsuchigamori. He's great. I love him a lot. Oh, he's fantastic. Hold on, let me think a little bit. So with that, Tsuchigamori was kind of surprised that they were able to get that sort of secret out of him and that they all seemed so closely bonded. And so he's like, all right, time's up. And of course, the two panic. They're like, wait, you're not going to use the intercom system. We're sorry. And he's like, no, it was just a strategic lie to try and get what I wanted, but seems it didn't work. But perhaps what I saw was worth more than I heard. And, that's just where he left it. And then he takes Nene into the place to destroy his Yorishiro. And when she destroys the Yorishiro, she sees a glimpse of their lives. She gets to see a glimpse of what came of this thing that was the Yorishiro. He has this room filled with these beautiful gems, and she's like, whoa, these are all gorgeous. Which of these is yours? And he's like, none of them. This one's mine. And it's this dirty fucking pebble. And she's like, it's filthy. And he says, you're filthy. I'm sorry. These are scenes I can't leave out because they live so fresh in my brain. Even though I didn't even get to watch them recently, these are ones that are just imprinted in my mind. So she takes it off and she sees past Hanako. She gets to see this memory of Hanako. And she finds out that his name is Amane. His name is, I know Amane and Tsukasa, but I can't remember their last names right now. I forget their last names, but Amane it looks like he's being bullied for whatever reason, and it's really sad. It's a sad moment. You look at this little kid and he's talking about his future, and he's like, actually, I don't think I want to go anywhere. He wanted to go to the stars at one point. He decided that he was going to go to the moon. And so he said, I got this rock that fell from the sky and it's from the moon. And I know it's from the moon. And he gives it to Mr. Tsuchigamori. And oh my gosh, I'm just thinking back on it. It was so sad. Tsuchigamori was so excited. He actually was concerned about Hanako's future. So he read into it and he learned, oh, he's going to be a teacher with me. We would have been coworkers. And it turned out that didn't happen because Hanako was the only person who had ever managed to change his future that was written in one of the books. So Hanako died because he decided he wasn't going anywhere else and he had changed his future from being a teacher, which super duper sad, sad note. But this is a very sad series. This is a total tearjerker once you get deep into it. This first portion, it starts out very sweet and charming and wholesome and loving. And then, you really get into it and it's knocking you in the teeth every single time. So, now we're at the donuts. We finally made it to the donuts. Nene wants to get closer, so she and Ko make some donuts to give to Hanako and kind of rebuild their relationships because things have been tough. It's been a little difficult. She feels bad, and so she makes donuts. She brings them to Hanako, and when they're about to eat them, someone shows up. This ghost shows up, and it looks just like Hanako. It's wearing the same clothes as Hanako, looks identical to him, and the voice is just ever so slightly different. And there is this statement of like, oh, but I miss the days. I remember that day when you surrendered your control or whatever. It was a whole thing, and it was very clear that this boy was the person that Hanako had killed. The reason that, like, he as a ghost has this knife, he killed this boy, and it looked just like him, and so the assumption was, oh my gosh, is that his twin brother that he killed in his life? Why would he kill his brother? Why did it look like he was being bullied in his past? What was going on in his life? How did he change his future? We have all of these questions, and none of them get answered because Hanako freaks out, and then he just like mumbles, I'm sorry, and then he like vanishes, and everything is so awkward after that. It's just so different. Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm like totally fast rambling right now. I might be going a million miles an hour, so I apologize if it's hard to keep up with me. I'm going a little crazy, but I'm telling you, this is good stuff. Now that we've gotten through the donuts, we get to the point with the mermaid servants. So, Nene is spending some time, thinking things through. She's not super connected with Hanako right now. They don't have a super close relationship. He's not talking to her. He's kind of like keeping her at an arm's distance. And so now she is like trying to think of what to do, and all of a sudden these fish start following her around, and she doesn't know what to do. And they're like, hold on, mistress, princess, you're so beautiful, you should be come live with us, and you will have a harem of men who love you because you're so beautiful. And Nene, who has constantly dealt with so many people who don't like really identify with her. They're not attracted to her. They're always talking about how fat her ankles are because they're mean for no reason. What are you hearing? Oh, sorry. We're talking about Toilet Bound Hanako-Kun, and I'm explaining why it's a good series and getting people through some of the plot so that people will go and watch it. I'm only going through even like just the first season. So trust me when I say it is worth it. You've got more to do. Plus, there's the manga. If you want to get into the manga, trust me, the manga is so worth it. It's gorgeous. It's even more beautiful than the anime, and that's saying a lot because the anime is gorgeous. And I will show pictures after this slide. There is a slide full of pictures after this slide about the plot points on this slide. This was a terrible setup, by the way. I didn't set this up very well. This is my first time when I was doing it. Anyway, so, hold on. Where am I right now? Right. So these fish are like, oh, you'll have a harem. Just drink this little vial of the mermaid's blood and you'll be a fish forever. You'll get to be with us forever. And Nene doesn't realize that they're saying she's going to have to be a fish forever, but instead just that she'll have a harem, and she wants love. She's been looking for like a boyfriend forever, and she's been struggling. So poor thing, she's like, ooh, that doesn't sound too bad. I might have to think about that offer, but give me a minute. But since Hanako's not talking to her, she doesn't have anybody to kind of like come back to her and be like, whoa, what are you thinking? This is a dumb idea. She was going to turn it down anyway. She had brought the vial of blood back and was like, I'm sorry, I just can't. I can't do this. It's just not right. I know I don't always get along with Hanako, but I feel like there's a way for us to be good friends and spend time together, and I don't think this is going to solve all my problems. And the fish are like, hold on, before you answer, here are a list of the suitors who would love your hand in marriage and will be pining for you and whatever harem, blah, 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 blah. And she's like, oh, and she looks at the list, and it's just a list of fucking fish, obviously, because they're fish. What were you thinking, Nene? Obviously, they're fish. So Nene is a little distracted. She's like, no, I'm really fine. And this puddle forms around her and they are dragging her into the water. But before she gets all the way dragged into the water, Hanako is able to rescue her and drag her out of the water. And sorry, I'm like, this is so dumb. Hold on. But seriously, one boyfriend is a lot. A harem is just too much. I agree. I don't know what she was thinking. She's got a lot going on, and I feel a bit sad that she's struggling so much, but come on. One partner is enough. I don't think you can handle more than that. You've already failed to get one. Just start slow, right? So Nene starts getting dragged in. Hanako saves her, and then once he fights off these fish, he's like, so let me guess. You were tempted by the idea of having a harem, huh? And she's like, huh? What? No, me? No. What? But obviously she's fucking lying. Of course she was tempted by a fucking harem. Hilarious, no less, in my opinion. Okay, dude. I know this is taking forever and I'm kind of dragging through things and it's really a struggle for me because I'm so hungry. It's actually really like throwing me off my groove. I'm struggling a little bit. But this section, I have to give you my all for this section because it's Mitsuba. I have to readjust my torso because it keeps rotating on me. So, Ko finds this ghost near the front entrance of the middle school. And with that, he's like, oh shit, hold on. I don't want to exercise every ghost I see, so maybe I should instead, I don't know, like, just help you find peace. And of course, he didn't want to be gone, so he lied. He was like, oh well, it was a picture I wanted to take. I didn't get to take a picture I wanted to take before I died, and so I have to take that picture so I can be at peace. And Ko's like, all right, cool, I'll help you. But of course, Mitsuba is such a little brat. The entire time he's like, you lame loser with a traffic safety earring. What are you protecting? Where's the traffic? Was there a crash in your brain? God, he's so mean. He's so mean but silly, and I'm gonna be so real. He's so charming just because he's mean like that. It's funny to me. I kind of like it. It's so dumb. And so he is trying to save Mitsuba and help him move on. And he ends up spending the day taking pictures of stuff and helping him. And he's like, it's taking a while. Mitsuba's like, you want me to hurry up on the picture I didn't get to take before I died? Are you really being charitable at this point? And he's like, fine, whatever. And then he realizes Mitsuba was somebody who was actually in his class. He just didn't remember him at all. Like, they interacted and Ko didn't remember at all. He felt kind of bad because he's like, wait, hold the fuck on. What? You were in my class and died and I don't even remember you? He looked a little different, but he realized, oh, maybe this is sort of my bad. And he kind of built this relationship and he was talking about like, hey, you're really, you're kind of a jerk, but you're not so bad, honestly. You're kind of an annoying brat sometimes, but I feel like there's worse things. And then in the end, we see Tsukasa. We see an individual called Tsukasa who happens to be the look-alike for Hanako, who we do realize is Hanako's twin brother, or Amane's twin brother, Tsukasa. Which I'm trying to put the thoughts together. I'm like, am I able to say this without it being a spoiler, or do I have to leave it as it is? Because no, I'll leave it. I feel like it's too much of a spoiler, so I can't say it. But we see Tsukasa, and Tsukasa's like, great, hey, you spent all this time with him. I finally was able to get his real wish out. He said he wanted everyone to remember him, but now I know what he really wanted. He just wanted friends. You're not gonna back out of your goals now. So Tsukasa takes the heart out of Mitsuba, rips it out, and turns him into this giant monster and like changes his rumor so he's called the Broken Neck Boy. And if you can't remember his name, he'll break your neck so that you'll be just like him. And of course, Hanako has to show up to take care of it because he's a murderous spirit now. And Ko is so fucking distraught. He's like, oh my god, he just wanted friends. That's so fucked up. Why would this happen? And Ko tries to say, it's me, your buddy, you know, I'm here for you. But Mitsuba couldn't control what he was doing anymore. It was like he was in there, but just not really, he didn't really have the reins. And so Ko is struggling with this. He's really like frustrated, and Hanako has to kill him because he's just a murderous spirit. And Ko goes home and looks through the pictures that Mitsuba took and sees one where he took of Ko. And Ko had turned around and was like, what are you taking a picture of? And he's like, just something I'm realizing is getting kind of important to me. And he realized that he had just built that really important friendship with Mitsuba, and it was ending right there because Tsukasa is evil. Ugh, it's really rough. It's a really rough arc, and I will say that one is one that I personally struggle with because, I don't know, they wrote it so well, and it made you so attached to Mitsuba, even though he was, like, kind of a hard character to get along with, and it made you realize that, you know, these are just kids, you know? They just want friends. They just want to have people to hang out with. They want to do things and have fun, and they don't always know that their goal is just to like have a million friends. They don't realize that they would genuinely be happy with even just one friend. What just happened? Oh, okay. Oh, it's the tea party. Oh my goodness, the tea party. Okay. So, I'm looking at the time because I'm like realizing this is a long stream and I apologize. Oh, baby on the floor. Ow, don't bite. Ow, ow, ow. Okay. She didn't want to be petted. Good to know. She wanted to be petted, but only for this long. Okay. So, Nene gets called out of class by this super hot dude. His name is Natsuhiko. And Nene is like, whoa, why do you want to talk to me? He's a hot upperclassman. What's going on? And he's like, I like hanging out with cute girls. I've got a friend who wants to talk to you. And she's like, hold on a minute. He's got no substance. What is going on? So he lures her out to this area and she's like, what's up? And then all of a sudden, she gets ambushed by Tsukasa with a bucket of water, who turns her into a fish. And he holds her up when she's in fish form, like he's about to eat her, like, and she passes out. And he's like, she died. Throws her into the bucket of water. Which Natsuhiko is like, she's not dead, she's just passed out. Dude, what? And Nene wakes up at a tea table with Sakura, and for a second I forgot Tsukasa's name. So with Sakura, Tsukasa, and Natsuhiko. And Nene is like, oh my gosh, that's the boy with Hanako. Oh my gosh, the one he killed. Oh, this is bad news. I bet something weird is happening here. I better keep my guard up. And then, 10 minutes later, she's jibber jabbering about how it is with Hanako and how difficult life is. Because I can't blame her, but also it's kind of fucking hilarious that she just like completely dropped the entire thing. She's like, oh, life is so hard. I'm so glad there's someone who understands. God, she's special. I love her. And during this tea party, Tsukasa just calls out to Sakura and she's like, You know how sometimes we have to do things for our masters just because they say so, even if we really don't want to? And Nana's like, yeah, I totally get that. I have to deal with that all the time. And she's like, so you'll understand when I have to do this. And all of a sudden, the chair straps Nene in with like these metal buckles. And she's like, wait, no! And Sakura leaves the room. And Nene turns to her right. And there's Natsuhiko, also strapped in a chair. And she's like, wait a minute, hold on. Why, why aren't you panicking? I'm pretty certain this is just how she shows her love for me, you know? We've got this cat and mouse thing going on, and it's pretty hot, honestly. But you know, if you're not the type of person who doesn't freak out when you're dying, you know, good for you, because I think we're about to die right now. And so, you know, this black muck rises from the ground and consumes them, and then they wake up in a different dimension. Sorry. Okay. Let's get some pictures for that. Boom. Okay. So, off the bat, here is here's Hanako back when he was alive. I was thrown off for a second because the bruise on his cheek. I was like, that looks like his talisman. It's not his talisman. That's a bruise. Oh my gosh. Mr. Tsuchikamori. Mr. Hot Guy. Awesome. Love him. We've got the trio when they were like, you have to tell a secret too. We've got Hanako talking about donuts. And then we have, what are we looking at here? What the fuck? Whatever. We've got Sakura. She's beautiful. And sweet boy Mitsuba. Oh my gosh. He looks so sweet and innocent in that scene. It is a shame what happened to him. Let me come over here. We've got Tsukasa taking Mitsuba's heart out, which definitely wasn't a heartbreaking scene or anything. Definitely not very difficult to deal with. And this is Hyuga in the alternate realm because he is deciding to do a whole bunch of dumb shit just to impress, quote unquote, a cute girl. And so he's going up to like every single door he sees and opening them. They lead to alternate dimensions and he keeps getting attacked because he's dumb. Look at the little guys. They're so cute. They are. They're adorable. They're so silly. Look at the sillies. Oh, yeah. See, look, the princess. She was going to have a fish harem. You know? Hey, she had to turn out a fish harem, guys. What more could you want in life? I will say this show does such a good job of like displaying beautiful work. And that's kind of why I'm glad I did this presentation this way, because you get the story, but what I want you to see is that the artwork is so pretty that it's like it could be its own thing. Seriously. I was really happy with the manga, and I think the anime really handles it super well. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for like more. I do need to catch up because like there's some crazy stuff going on in the manga, and I'm a little behind. All right. I think this is our last story slide. So let's fucking go. This is a little bit more of the storytelling, and we have to start with this. Now, let's be real. This, in the storyline of the manga, happened earlier. So this was like the fourth arc in the manga. So this would have happened a while ago. But at hold on a minute. Am I crazy right now? Am I actually doing this right? No. I have this correct. I have this right. This is where this appears. So this is where the clock boys and Mirai show up. So Mirai is so the clock keepers are these three individuals, one that can pause time, one that can fast forward time, and one that can turn back time. Oh, I'm so hungry, guys. Oh no, whatever would I do without my fish harem? Exactly. We all need a fish harem and we know it. Speaking of which, I do have to take care of some fish today, sadly. Oh my gosh, I'm hungry. I'm hungry and I'm I'm like realizing I'm like 2.5 hours into this stream and I'm kind of going ham and I'm destroying my throat more and I need to take another drink. Hello, princess. You keep flopping over like that. I'm gonna accidentally step on you one of these times. Okay, let me take a sip. Okay. Let's go. So, we have the clock keepers, and all of a sudden, one of the days when Nene comes to school, things are just turned like old. Like, you step out of a room and you turn around and you see that inside of that room, it's suddenly like it's been 50 years. There's grass growing inside of on the walls, and all of the plants are overgrown, and everything is like starting to decay and fall apart. And like people's lunches that were sat in that room were like rotten. They couldn't figure out what was going on. Okay. At least you're remembering to breathe now. That's true. Breathing's important, guys. You have to breathe, especially when you're talking about anime and manga. You gotta do that. Super important. Um. Hold on. Give me a minute. Oh, yes. So everybody's seeing, like, and then at some point, they see some of the students are suddenly turned into, like, old people. They've got, like, old people beards and stuff. It's like, what the fuck is going on? How did this happen? And so Nene is like, whoa, what's going on? And then Ko is super concerned because he takes a picture of his friends. He's like, why are my friends old now? Why do they have old man beards? What happened? And they're like, all right, this has to be a clock keeper's issue, says Hanako, where he's like, actually, I don't really know much about the clock keepers. I don't know where to find them or anything because I made a statement to one of the clock keepers where I was like, whoa, imagine all the kinds of dirty stuff you would do. And now he doesn't talk to me, so I don't know where to find him. So, thumbs up to Hanako for fucking up that relationship. That could have been way easier than it was, but you know, it's whatever. So, now, this section is actually kind of fun for me. Akane okay, no, actually, I take it back. Hanako decides, you know who is the only person who's never affected by all of these weird instances of time changing? Aoi, your friend Aoi, and she seemed like she had something weird to tell you, so maybe she's hiding something. Maybe she's one of the clock keepers. So, Hanako possesses Nene, and oh my gosh, she like goes up Hanako as Nene goes up to Aoi and is like, Aoi, are you hiding something from me? And of course, Aoi's like, whoa, what is going on? But Akane, Aoi, the guy who loves Aoi to bits, is like, no, get away from her, and like grabs Nene by the arm and like yanks her away and like runs off with her. And Akane is like, okay, what the fuck is going on? What just happened here? And Akane is sitting there with a fucking bat with nails in it. Bro was going to kill Nene. Oh my gosh. Poor thing. Let me fix my fucking tracking again. Okay. So, Nene is like, she's struggling. She's like, what the fuck do I do now? And so she can't get back into her body because Hanako is possessing her. But Hanako makes a statement of like, hey man, don't get your hopes too high. Aoi's flat. There's nothing going on there. And holy shit, Akane's pissed. I can't even blame him for that one. Akane smacks the shit out of Nene, who was possessed by Hanako at the time, and boom, knocks Hanako right out of her body. And she's back. And she's like, oh, I'm back. Oh, thank goodness. Which, like, whoa. And Hanako is like, interesting. Give me a sec. Oh yeah, okay. I'm like deciding which portions to skip, because I'm like, you have to still have stuff to like go watch the show for. So with that, Hanako decides, okay, we're gonna go and like try and see if we can capture the clock keeper. So we lure Nene into the auditorium, and he basically breaks the chandelier that's over top of the stage while she's on it, so that if if she is the clock keeper, she will stop time to protect herself. But at this point, Hanako knew that wasn't the case. So instead, he lets it go off, and Nene freaks out and is super upset. She's like, whoa, stop this! But Akane is the clock keeper. He's the one who's able to pause time. And so Akane rushes up to the stage, and he stops time. He gets her out of the way, lays her down on a chair, and is pissed. He's like, okay, you fucking knew, and you're so lucky, but I'm gonna have to knock your teeth in either way. Oh my gosh. Can't get over the name Nene. Oh yeah, there's memes in the fandom about it. Makes you want to win. I will tell you, there are memes about every single time Ko says Nene, just based on the way that they enunciate her name. It's Nene. I don't know. It just hits perfectly for that meme. There's some good TikToks. So now that time is stopped, Aoi is protected. Akane knocks fucking Hanako's teeth in, because obviously, why the fuck wouldn't he? You just put the girl I love in danger. Basically, they make the statement of, Ko wants a hand in something, but oh wait, no, the hand comes later. The hand comes later. Yeah, fuck their teeth. So, what were we thinking of? Oh, yes. Okay, so Mirai had gone around changing things, and he's like, hey, I need Kako's help and to get Mirai under control, so we need you to do something about this because it's a problem. And he's like, yeah, I'm working on it. I'm trying to get everything fixed. I'm trying to catch Mirai. They basically end up catching Mirai, but she's like in this cage. She had turned Ko into an older person, into like an adult, but since he's an exorcist, she couldn't rewind him far enough. I mean, fast forward him far enough. And so he is just like an adult, and he's way stronger as an adult exorcist. Sorry, I just saw someone who opened a game on Steam. That was amusing for me. Anyway, so he's an adult. He's suddenly powerful, far more powerful than before. So he's able to trap her in this cage after they lure her in with candy. And during that time, Nene is right there, and Mirai's like, all right, well, I guess I'm caught, but since I have a chance, I'll just do one more makeover. And she jumps and touches Nene, and instead of Nene getting old, Nene passes out, and everyone in the room freezes, and Hanako rushes over to her and looks at Ko and is like, I told you to keep Mirai away from her. But then he's like, you know what? No, that's not fair of me. I also wasn't able to protect her. And he has to explain, Nene is out of time. Nene is going to die in the next year. And so he's been trying to make her life as good as possible before she dies without telling her. And Ko is fucking flabbergasted. He is so shocked. He feels so upset, and he just can't even process what's going on. And he's like, I want to save her. How do I save her? And Hanako's like, you can't. You can't save her. You think if I knew a way to save her, I wouldn't have done it already? So now Ko is like, I don't want to forget. I need to remember this. So they rewind time on the school so that everything goes back to normal. But Ko stays in time paused so that he'll remember. And it's, dude. So Ko has a really hard time now looking at Nene and not feeling worried for her because he knows she's gonna die and he wants to protect her. And I will tell you, that arc was rough. So Ko goes to the spider teacher, Mr. Tsushikomori, and says, I want to change Nene's future. And of course, Tsushikomori is like, yeah, that's not fucking happening. Good try. You know what? You want to take a chance? Try and change this. Change this little thing that's written in her book today. Give that a shot. So Ko goes running around the school looking for Nene. He's like, hold the fuck on. Where is she? Where is she? And when he finally finds her, she is on the roof. She's on the roof with Hanako. And by the time he gets there, Hanako and Nene already had their first kiss. Nene gets her first kiss because she kisses Hanako on the cheek. And she had thought this whole day that she had gotten a love letter, when in reality, the love letter was from Akane to Aoi. And Nene basically got pranked. And it really sucks. She didn't even realize because it was written at the bottom who it was to, which is too bad. She had a really rough day, and poor thing. I really feel so bad for Nene for that day. She had kissed Hanako, and Ko could not figure out how to change the future, and all of this shit. It's, man, poor kids. So much shit going on. Ooh, okay. So, here we go. This is a section where there are just hands showing up in like every single photo album, in like this one photo album with like Nene and Aoi gardening and stuff. Hold on. You can't save her. Anyway, I saved her. This anime probably. I'm gonna actually tell you. No. They were not able to just save Nene. Someone was gonna die, and Nene was gonna have to eventually die. This anime does not hold back. I want you to know that. This anime, there's no plot armor for anybody in this anime, and I want you to know it hurts bad. This artist, and I knew that getting into this series just based off of the fact that in her last like little one-shot manga, the character, the main love interest of the main character, what he kill. Okay, hold on. Basically, it's this whole thing in like a zombie apocalypse world where he's a necromancer and he has to summon a dead thing to become his partner. And she is his, he loves this girl so much. And she is a total sweetheart. And she is about to not be a necromancer anymore. The power's going to wear off. She gets to go home. And he'll never see her again, probably. So instead of letting that happen, he kills her, resurrects her as his familiar, and then they live together forever. So I already knew off the bat, this artist did not create plot armor for anyone. There was no such thing as plot armor. Yeah, so I want you to know, this series can get sad, and this isn't just going to be like Nene can't actually die because she's the main character. Yes, she can. She can die. Anyone can die. And you learn pretty quickly that's the case, especially once you step into the manga. So these hands are showing up in all of these photos. And they can't figure out why, but all of a sudden now these hands are all over the school and they want help. And so if you arm wrestle the hand, it passes away, it feels free, and so it is exercised. Oh, there was a weird noise outside and it completely confused the shit out of me. And so since these are lesser spirits, they start exercising each of them, and then there's just one left. There's one left, and it's in the mirror. And so Nene is like, oh, what do you want? And she goes to hold the hand, and it grabs her, and a mouth shows up on the back of the hand, and it says something like, come with me, and then it drags her through the mirror. And on the other side, there's a ton more of these hands, but also Mitsuba is there. There's Mitsuba on the other side of this mirror. And there's just this hall, this like spire filled with what looks like windows that are probably mirrors. And it's, dude, actually, no, I think it's mirrors, but they're technically kind of like windows, is more like what I should have described it as. But, so, I'm like in the midst of trying to process what to say. Mitsuba does not know Nene. They never met. And so Nene is suddenly in this mirror. Hanako and Ko can't get through. But then number 3 is there. She walks up to this mirror, this big mirror that won't let you walk past. And right there in the mirror, she sees Aoi. And Aoi is like, super fucking mean. Everyone, dude, it happens again where like she walks with the mirror and it's like, oh wow, there's my ugly little daikon friend, and she's like, huh? I still cannot get over the fact that everybody's so fucking mean about Nene's ankles. Why are they so mean? What is going on? She isn't an ugly kid or anything. She's a sweet little cutie. What? Anyway, the entire time she is getting bullied for her ankles nonstop, and Mitsuba jumps in, because why the fuck not? Don't you hate it when you try to exercise a disembodied hand and it drags you into the mirror dimension? Don't you just hate that? And then you get bullied by a mirror version of your best friend who's calling you ugly and making fun of your ankles, which is your biggest insecurity. Don't you just hate that? And so Nene is like, fine, well, why don't you get bullied too? Mitsuba pushes him in front of the mirror, but all of the people disappear. There's nothing there to reflect. There's no darkness in his heart because there's nothing there. And for whatever reason, Nene is confused. So she's like, okay, well, how do I do this then? What is supposed to happen? But eventually, this is when number 4, number 4? Is it number 3 or number 4? I think it's number 4. He comes out of his mirror. He's this big crow guy, and he sends these dolls to attack Nene and, wow, I really forgot his name. Are you actually kidding me? Mitsuba, holy shit. So, has ankles. Ha, look at you, ugly. Yeah, dude, for real. It's insane. Mitsuba and Nene are about to be attacked by all these glass dolls and stuff. And in that moment, Tsukasa shows up and kills the fourth wonder. Just like that. Literally just, boom, smashes his skull. Dead. Just like that. And what the fuck? Because, everybody's really fucking confused. And Tsukasa is like, hey, Mitsuba, I killed the wonder for you. Now you just have to eat its heart and you'll become strong. You'll get to be the wonder. And, it's literally just like this flaming heart that Tsukasa has pulled out. And Mitsuba's like, I don't want to eat that. Please, no. And Nene tries to stop him. And in that moment, Tsukasa is like, all right, I'm just going to kill you then. And so he goes to bash her head in. And then he's like, wait, no. I'm supposed to be gentler with girls. Hold on. Give me a minute. Pet. Just sit here. And then he like presses her forehead and she passes out. And then when she wakes up again, Mitsuba has eaten the entirety of the remains of number 4 and is now a school wonder. Woo! He has control over the mirrors, sort of. He's got these weird scars that come out and are like monsters and attack everything around him because he's freaked out and doesn't know what to do. And then Hanako shows up to save Nene. Hanako and Ko show up to save Nene. And that sort of works. Like, Tsukasa is there and they have to fight Mitsuba, and Mitsuba eventually is just like, please just let me stay. I know I can't live as a human. I wanted to live as a human, but I can't. Please just let me go and you guys can go. And he pushes them through the mirrors and, yay! Day over. Everybody's safe, sort of. To be fair, the main character has thick ankles. She has thick ankles, but like, people are so unnecessarily mean about it. They're like straight up bullying her over just having like kind of thick ankles. Like, what the fuck, man? Give me a sec. I gotta fix my joints again. She has thick ankles, but they are so unnecessary about it. Like, yeah, she's got like some like slightly cankled, but like every single person turns her down and like looks down on her and calls her ugly because of her ankles. I'm sorry, man. That is not the first thing I'm judging when I'm looking at a woman. Let's be so fucking real. What? Anyway, since Ko had met Mitsuba in that moment, Mitsuba did not recognize Ko at all. And so it seemed, well, it was explained that Mitsuba was actually an artificial ghost. He was created by the remains of Mitsuba's ghost, poured in with a bunch of our other parts of ghosts to make him a whole ghost. And so now he is not allowed to be a human. He's not allowed to be a human anymore. He can't have his human life. He doesn't remember anything, which is really unfortunate. I honestly, I think that's like they did such a good job making it so sad. So let me get to some pictures. Pictures. Oh, it was number 3, not number 4. Okay. Let's fucking go! Look how cool Agni looks! Woohoo! That was so fun! And then here, we have the scene where we have normal Nene and then possessed Nene. Nene possessed by Hanako, because, like, whoa, that was crazy. Oh my gosh, Aoi, when she was bullying Nene through the mirror. Oh my gosh, that was insane. I feel so bad. Dude, imagine your friend, like, being so mean to you. And you just can't comprehend why the fuck they would do that. You just can't process. Ooh, this is the scene where we find out that Nene is dead. Oh my gosh, that was a tearjerker. That's a real tearjerker. And ow. And then up here, we have the scene where Nene kissed him on the cheek. Look how cute that is. That's fucking cute as hell. Oh, Tsukasa forcing Mitsuba to eat the heart of Wonder number 3, so he can become the Wonder, and that's him when he is the Wonder. Woo! So exciting. Sorry. I can't help myself. There's like so much stuff to go over. Oh, this is also him when he's the Wonder. I love the art. It's so tasty looking. No, for real. Dude, the artwork, their artwork on its own, like if we're not even talking about like the anime, the artwork of her covers and her manga is gorgeous, and her illustrations are absolutely phenomenal. I have taken some time to study her work because I love it so much. I genuinely admire her so deeply. I can't even explain myself on that one. Okay. Click. Come on. To the next slide. Uh-oh. Oh, wait. Wait. No. There's one more slide there. What happened? Come on. Holy cow, there we go. So, here was one last piece that at the time was, so this is like at the end of the first season. This is the very end of the first season, and I want you to know this stuff is so good. Okay. Nene sees that Ko's been acting kind of weird. She feels really bad. She doesn't know what's going on, like what's making him so upset, because of course she doesn't know she only has a year left to live. And so she's like, you know what? I want to cheer him up, so I'm going to take him to a festival, a summer festival. And Hanako was like, what? I can't go to a festival. What? I don't want to be left out. But Hanako's like, wait a minute. There's a festival at the school where we can go to like the spirit realm, which hilarious. I personally still think that's fantastic. Meow. Sorry, ghost kitty. Hi there. Spoiled brat. Anyway, so they go to this summer festival in the spirit realm where they like start collecting all of these talismans. And since Nene like has these mermaid scales that keep falling off of her, she didn't realize that she couldn't pay with normal money. She just has these scales that keep falling off in the bath. But those are so valuable because it is so hard to get mermaid scales like that. And so she can literally get anything she wants at any booth. So she gets literally everything she wants, including a ton of food, which, holy cow, man. So they have like all this stuff. They go to all the, and they get these little papers. And if you write your wish on every single one of the colored papers and tie them together, your wish is guaranteed to come true. And this is the hard part, guys. This part is really rough for me personally. So Nene is like trying to collect all of them, and she's missing only the red one. She only needs the red one. That's the only one she needs left. So she wanted to wish to have thin legs, and Ko wanted to wish for Nene's life to be longer. They both had very valiant wishes, of course, so valuable. And Nene ends up getting separated from Hanako and Ko and gets hit by a ghost bull. Gets literally run into by a bull charging down, and she passes out. And when she wakes up, she's in a festival, but it looks different. And she sees little Hanako, also known as Amane. And he's just like a little guy at this time. He's like, I don't know, 6 maybe? He's like a little kid at this point. And so she is sitting there and she's like, oh, you have a red one. I need that. That's the last one I need. And he was going to wish to become an astronaut. But Nene is like, I could wish to get back to my time. I need to get back to my time. I can't be here forever. So she spends some time with Amane and, they eat together and they talk about why they need the tags. And she's like, I need the tags because my boyfriend stole all my money, and if I don't have all the tags, I'll never get a boyfriend. And it... oh, poor Nene. It's so embarrassing. That is such an embarrassing thing to have to say to anyone. Poor thing. Oh, sweet girl. Sweet girl. So... oh, yes. So he said his wish was to go to the moon. He wanted to wish to be able to fly all the way to the moon, which, and he mentioned that he was there with his brother, his twin brother, Tsukasa, but, he gets mad when they don't play the games, and so he's just tried to take a step back to go get some food. And so they shared some food together, and they chilled, and Nene decides to give him all of her talismans and say, please write your wish on this. Please wish to become an astronaut, wish to go to the moon. Please take them. I want you to have them. And he's like, but you'll never get a boyfriend. And she's like, that's fine. It'll be fine. And she gives the talismans to him. And she runs off to go to this parade that has like the bulls. It's got a big bull mascot in the middle, and so she runs at it, and when she gets charged at it, she gets knocked out and wakes up back in the time with Hanako and Ko. And they're like, hey, you missed the fireworks. And she's like, it's fine. I saw some really good fireworks in my dream. Oh my gosh. I'm like thinking back to it. It was a very sweet scene, and it's kind of hard to explain. And that one, you really would have to go and just watch it yourself. So let's go to the pictures. Come on, pictures. Dear God, please click the button. Oh my gosh, the hand tracking is going to be the number one thing that pisses me off. I hate hand tracking so much. I wish I didn't have to rely on it right now. Anyway, this is the festival. I don't think they actually had it in the anime at the time. I was so fucking excited for this to be in the anime, and now it is, and I want you to know it's literally the fucking best thing ever. But guess what? He didn't wish to go to the moon. He wished to see Nene again. And guess what he saw again? Nene! He saw Nene. And not just this time, but... I'm fine, guys. I'm not mad about it or anything. Anyway, it's this super sweet collection of scenes that went so fucking beautifully. So you need to watch it. I swear, you have to actually. I need you to go watch this. For real. I need more people to be obsessed with it the way that I am because holy shit, my feelings hurt so bad right now. But also really good right now because, you know, I'm talking about it. I get to talk about the things I love. It is kind of funny seeing your body move and your hands are just left behind. Yeah, because like I put my hands up and my my tracking doesn't know where my hands went. So it's just like, they must be all the way back there. Beautiful, really. But yeah. And then I have a slide of things to look forward to. Come on. So, this was back when there were only 93 chapters. We are not sitting at 93 chapters anymore. We've got some rough times ahead. And I will tell you, oh my gosh. That one, good lord, that one was bad. That one hurt like a bitch. Holy shit. I literally had to pull these up just so you could see how intense, like, these scenes! I'm fine, guys. Anyway, this is the conclusion of my presentation. I hope you all enjoyed. It was great. It's been 3 hours. Hey, I guesstimated right. I said it was going to be 3 hours. Whoever was here in the beginning, you should know it's been 3 hours, and I was right. Let's fucking go. All right. Thank you so much for joining, though. Holy cow. I'm so glad I got to do a presentation again. It's been so long since I've been able to sit and just do nothing but talk about something that I love. Hopefully, next time, my voice won't be suffering as much because I'm kind of straining a little bit. And you might be able to hear it, so let me take a sip of water because I'm starting to sound bad. There we go. I think I'm a little better now. But I'm so fucking happy I got to talk about this. I want you to know the series is really amazing. And even though it gets really sad after a certain point, it feels so important to be able to sit down and go through these scenes and understand what's happening. So, you know, it's good shit. It's good shit. You guys are gonna love it. Please watch it and read it if you want to read it. I won't push people to read it. I know reading can be hard, but please watch the show. Anyway, I'm not gonna do a raid today because I would have to be at my PC, and that's actually kind of hard to do. So don't die, it's illegal. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Eat a lot, sleep a lot, drink a lot, and don't die. It's illegal. Holy shit. Thank you for joining me for so fucking long. It's a long stream, and I apologize for that one. I'm gonna go take a good rest. How about you guys go take a good rest? I'm gonna get some fucking food. Where's my OBS? Oh no, OBS vanished. There we go. All right. See you next time. Hold on. Where's my fucking... Thank you for sharing your interest with us. Hell yeah. Bye.